Raptors were swept by the Cavaliers last year, Eastern Conference Semifinals. James a three. The Cavaliers complete the sweep. It's on to the Eastern Conference Finals.
128 to 93 again. 10 straight wins over the Raptors.
What are we going to do with Toronto? We're going to break them up? They have to sit down and make an honest, are we good enough? You look at the future. You got the Celtics and you got the Sixers for the next 10 years.
Third year in a row that you faced them and they've knocked you out. What is it about this matchup that gives you guys so much trouble?
Hard to say one thing. Last 3 years, they have been a reason why we haven't advanced. Whatever that is, I couldn't sit up here and tell you one specific thing.
Did you expect more of a fight, though, obviously? I mean, you guys were not anticipating losing like this.
We lost, so it's frustrating either way.
We had a heck of a season as far as the regular season is concerned, but there's another level we have to learn to get to and make that commitment to get to. You want to go out fighting, scratching, clawing with your best effort, with your best approach, and not give in when they throw in the haymakers. That's what's disappointing as much as anything else.
We are absolutely disappointed with the ending. Going from last year to this year, I think we're happy with the jump we made. We got stuck at a certain point and we'll just continue to evaluate.
This is what happened to the Raptors. LeBron James happened to the Raptors.
His greatness snatched the heart out of the Toronto Raptors' chest. What happens is they shrink beneath it all. They can't take it. They all of a sudden get tight. And the things that they normally do with fluidity, suddenly they can't do it.
Jalen Rose, what is next for the Raptors? Do you think there's any chance that Dwayne Casey gets fired?
I hope not, because he did a terrific job with the team.
Thank you for coming out. I just want to use this opportunity to thank Coach Casey. Today was a really difficult day for us in our organization. A great man, great coach. It's a difficult decision to come to. We move on to our next phase with the Toronto Raptors.
Dwayne Casey is no longer the head coach of the Toronto Raptors after a year in which he was celebrated for changing the culture, for adjusting the style of play that they have, for building this bench rotation. Number 1 seed. They won more games than any other team in their entire conference. And now he's no longer the head coach of the team.
Why are the Raptors making this move?
10 straight losses to Cleveland in the playoffs, 2 straight sweeps at the hands of the Cavs. And not just that they lost to the Cavs this year, but in the manner with which they lost. Getting swept, really not showing up in that game 4. Sometimes it's roster versus the coach, and now they'll go at this largely with that same roster coming back and try it with a different coach, a different system.
It's BS. I don't think he deserved it because he lost to the best player in the world. Now, it doesn't help that he got swept. These guys, whenever they're going against LeBron and LeBron only, they fold like cheap tents. And I don't think that's on Casey.
Today marks a new chapter as the Raptors progress towards reaching the ultimate goal of an NBA championship. Nick Nurse has been a big part of the team's growth in recent years. You've inherited a very accomplished roster. And I guess the natural question is, what's it going to look like? What does a Nick Nurse team look like?
We've got to be innovative. We want to try some ideas and some things and try to put our guys in different positions, try some different combinations, etc., to prepare us for the playoffs, which is what matters.
This is some interesting news that just kind of bubbled up in the rumor mill. We've been talking about Kawhi Leonard for, it seems like, eons now about where he's going to play. Is he going to go to the Lakers? Is he going to join LeBron? Does he want to go to the Clippers? Las Vegas now has even odds of Kawhi Leonard staying with the San Antonio Spurs or joining the Toronto Raptors. I don't really see this happening. I don't know what the deal would look like. What do you think that deal would look like, and what chances do you think that it will actually happen?
If I'm Masai and the price is DeRozan and, say, OG Anunoby and a couple picks, I have to know Kawhi's staying, knowing he could leave next summer. Would you do it? Would you do it? Would you do it without the assurance?
Absolutely not. No chance. No chance. I think DeMar DeRozan is the most valuable piece on the Raptors roster. If they were interested in Kyle Lowry, which I cannot believe they would be, I would trade Kyle Lowry so quickly.
Ryan, should the Raptors trade for Kawhi?
They have to. When you go out and fire the coach of the year in Dwayne Casey, you tell your fan base it's time for a change. LeBron James is on the West Coast now. You have to win. And if you're going to tell me you're going to come in with the same exact lineup, the same guys, and Dwayne Casey was the problem, you need a different result. Kawhi Leonard, if you trade and you make a move for him, all that you know and all that you're showing your fan base is that you're serious about winning.
Trading for Kawhi Leonard would be utterly shooting yourself in the foot. That would be making the wrong move. You want Toronto to trade DeMar DeRozan and, as you said loosely, some of those young guys like DeLone Wright, Pascal Siakam, a first-round pick, maybe Jacob Poeltl, a big package. You do not trade all of your future for what will certainly be just 1 year of Kawhi Leonard.
The deal is final. The Spurs will send Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green to the Raptors for DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, and a 2019 first-round pick.
Woj, that sounds like an awful lot. What might be a 1-year rental. What do you make about Masai Ujiri and what he's doing here in Toronto?
There's no question this deal comes with great risk for Toronto. In the end, they didn't think they were good enough with the team they had to beat Boston, maybe even beat Philly. They're rolling the dice on a player who is, when healthy, a top 3 or 4 player in the league. They've got a year now to try to convince him to stay in Toronto the way Oklahoma City did with Paul George. If they lose Leonard in free agency, if he goes to the Lakers as he plans to right now, then they'll very likely start their rebuild around young players like OG Anunoby and go that direction. But right now, this is a tremendous risk by Ujiri.
Paul George has somehow become the ray of hope, the light for all of you faith seekers, that you can do deals that defy all reason and logic and hope. You can convince a guy who's made it clear to the tune of $100 million he's bypassed to stay in San Antonio, made it clear, I want to be in LA. There are reports he is not happy about going to Toronto.
Kawhi Leonard has been traded, as you all know. He was traded to the Raptors for DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, and a draft pick. But there are now reports that Kawhi Leonard has absolutely no interest in playing in Toronto for the Raptors. Mike, do you think the Raptors made a mistake by giving away their best player and others for Kawhi Leonard if he has no interest in playing in Toronto?
I don't think so at all, because as much as he doesn't have any interest now, when it comes time for the season, you know what Kawhi is going to realize? I've got to go out there and still prove something. He has 82 regular season games to do that now for a team that, whether he likes it or not, is his route to the team he ultimately wants to play for in the Los Angeles Lakers.
Thank you for all coming out this morning. I want to officially welcome Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green here to Toronto, our Toronto family, our Toronto city, and Canada.
What were your initial thoughts when you heard you'd been traded to Toronto?
Excited, knowing I'm coming to a great city that loves basketball, great organization, and happy that Danny was coming with me as well.
I'm excited about, playing with a lot of the young guys. We're a very deep team, a lot of, threats, a lot of good pieces, and I'm excited to see, how everybody fits in and how well we can play together.
What has this organization done to try and sell you on Toronto?
He's just telling me that they want to win. That's all you want from our organization, just you guys having the same path and same mindset of, trying to get to a certain goal.
Guys, the narrative of not wanting to come to this city is gone. Believe in the city. Believe in yourselves. First of all, here in Toronto, we have to believe in ourselves, right? We should stop talking about coming to the city or wanting to come to the city. That's old talk. The summer was crazy, but you know what? Now is basketball, and we're excited.
I think there are two teams that are real threats to the Warriors. They're both in the East. And the Celtics, if they get by the Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals, they could win the chip. But I'm not sure they do.
You could be potentially looking at a conference finals in the East between Philly and Boston.
Only if Kawhi were to get hurt. I think Toronto's good enough to knock the Celtics out.
Hello, Canada. Tangerine Raptors basketball is live and on the air.
Played 77 games that season, average better than 26 points. Leonard, Lowry, corner three, Siakam. Here's OG Anunoby off of the steal to the rim with a two-handed. Makes you a better player. Kyle, the deep three, rack it up. Avery Johnson as well as with the Nets. Fred VanVleet makes his way to the table. Here's Norman. Oh, delivers a three. Foul was on Osman. Here's Leonard back in, finds Kyle. Corner three. Here's Kyle. Green a three. Good. In his 11th season. Oh, In the first half, JV with the three, and it doesn't go. Leonard! Sexton, nice recovery. Valanciunas, oh, how sweet is that dish? 3 points. Green, a free, good! Leonard tries by our very own Leo Routens as Green. Here he goes! Steal! Kawhi Leonard!
And they're going to bang in there and rebound.
The three! Got it! Lowry attacking. Finds Leonard. And it's good!
3 or 5 years down the line. They hit a home run with that kick.
Lowry! He's headed back toward the bench. Here's Van Vliet trying to create. And he drills it.
Early season game, right?
Surge, the break, got it! In transition, stutter step to the rim, no, Ibaka there. Sacrificed his game over the last few seasons for the greater good. Kyle attacks, patience. Foul was on Ibaka. Love made his 2 free throws, and Lowry will be recorded as a turnover. Nick Nurse.
Congratulations.
In his head coaching debut.
The potential is there to be really good. I'm just looking forward to keep working each day. Obviously, we're not where we need to be, but I don't think anybody expects that right off the bat.
You guys are closer to where you need to be on offense or defense?
Game 1, bro.
In general.
It's game 1. Okay. You can answer that one yourself.
It's only the first game. We had a lot of mistakes on the defensive end that we could correct. Our offense was also stagnated sometimes tonight.
So, Max, here's the question. You feeling better or worse about Toronto?
I'm feeling exactly the same. They're
Are you
going to
feeling
be in the
very
conference
smart?
finals. They are 50-50 against the Celtics. This is not even Kawhi Leonard yet. The problem was they didn't have a best player on the team good enough to take them to the promised land, and now they do. Presto changeo, DeMar DeRozan is now Kawhi Leonard. This Raptors team is a problem all year, and that includes for the Celtics in the conference finals. And if they get past the Celtics, they're going to be a problem for the Warriors, too.
Who were they going against?
The Cavs.
Again, who's without who?
Without
The
LeBron
defending
James.
Eastern Conference champions.
Excuse me. Can we pump the brakes? Kawhi Leonard instead of DeMar DeRozan. But we want to sit here and bloviate because he went up against Cedi Osman and Rodney Hood. Even though, listen, all I'm trying to say to y'all, can we pump the brakes?
What will it take for Toronto to prove to you that they're a real threat to Boston and the Warriors?
Kawhi Leonard has to become the second coming of LeBron, KD, Anthony Davis. That's what will convince me.
Hold on.
The Celtics are here and ready to take on the 1 seed.
2 great players playing one another, except the switches get the mismatches.
Right, so you don't early fouls for Horford.
Nice pass.
Leonard, the pocket feed, and Ibaka.
Toronto, they didn't play their 7-footer. Oh, look at this shot.
Lowry controls. Terry Rozier in for Boston. So is Morris as Siakam saw a clear lane.
Got a forearm on him like he's a lineman in the NFL.
Little stiff arm. Green.
Just take him and shoot up over the top.
Anunoby carries the triple. Leonard.
There's your trap.
Hops into the lane and just shed Hayward. Van Vliet will pull. And hit from 3.
Happens there in the regular season.
Leonard, a pull-up 3 is good. Gone thus far in the preseason.
Yeah.
Lowry steps back.
Everything is a practice with these 2 guys. 4. Hey, they both got to get
Second in the NBA in three-point shooting percentage a season ago. Ibaka. Horford comes over the block. Van Vliet gets it off. And hits.
Irving knows that he can take Lowry off the dribble anytime.
Leonard.
Let's see what happens here now. Did he get the double team?
He did not.
He's going to force Horford now. Ibaka, come on.
Ibaka rocks the rim.
Absolutely right. That's a good call.
Leonard weaving through traffic.
What, are you stopping me? It was like a statue. He never even moved his feet.
Green led only by 3. Lowry finds Leonard. Ibaka down the center of the lane, nearly threw it away. Green puts it in.
About Smart, that was a great play. He knew he couldn't get a shot.
Van Vliet.
The 2 little guys are in this still game. You got to go strong here.
Anunoby got the step. Van Vliet finds Leonard wide open. A 3. You bet. Leonard can't rim it in. Ibaka got it. And the foul.
He's reading. See, he's reading. Where's the double team?
Leonard elevates and hits. Green sets the feed and answers with a 3.
Played him tough. Definitely intimidated the shot.
Tatum got denied. They want the exclamation point. Lowry trying to give it to him. He does. Puts it ahead. Leonard to the rim, no. Lowry the rebound, and that will do it.
Tonight we got some, Serge got to go in, and Danny made some shots, and Kawhi made shots. The point guards, myself, Freddie, Delon, we do, and Lorenzo, we go out there and we make sure our teammates get theirs first, and then we can get ours. It opens it up for us later.
This is game 2, but I appreciate the support, and I know they're excited about us winning the game tonight, and I appreciate it.
It is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN the night before Halloween by Philadelphia. And what a strong move. You turn it over at the other end. And Leonard, Danny Green with a steal. Numbers, 2-on-1, Siakam.
The ball cannot stick against this team.
Lowry, three-pointer, and it's good. Opening quarter off of the bench. Here's CJ, the three, and it's good.
They're doing a better job this year with that. Tonight, sloppy.
Nice up and under. Kawhi finds JV, the corner three, and it goes. Kawhi Leonard leaving the floor, headed back. It's why when Chris Bosh and Delon Wright with a slam dunk. Lowry finds JV, up fake, now great read. Mixing things up a little bit here. And Leonard! Think about the talent that Philadelphia has, and then you go back.
The Raptors only 16.
Well, they've been able to do this. Get in the paint. Here's Siakam running the floor. Kawhi and the foul. He has Embiid on him with the clock down in the deep three. 7-0 run, the response. CJ, here's Norm, corner three.
Starting unit here right now.
And a great job by Valanciunas. It's now a 12-point game. See how the Raptors respond. And Kawhi and one. Lowry, Danny Green from Apple. Leonard right there. Here's Pascal. On the shot clock, Kawhi, nice sidestep three. Rack it up. Saves it, Green. Here's Kyle, the deep three. Kawhi, he's got 31. And that's going to do it here. Raptors take it 129-112.
Lakers, who are 4-5 and coming off of that win. No Kawhi Leonard, so a bit of a change on the defensive end. Here's a kick to Green, who's shooting the three ball well again. Really running and gunning last night. Here's Serge. He can hit it inside, outside. Much better or worse field goal percentage on the road. Green's got it again.
Danny Green came off the screen and really had an opportunity to shoot that ball.
Down by 4 in the early going. Open again, Ibaka not shy from out there. Draymond Green type work is what they tell us. He spins, he shoots. That's a beautiful move. 3-on-2 again. Corner. Anunoby and nothing but net. 12 before the Lakers bench came in and turned it around. And Ibaka has 11. Fueled the first quarter comeback. Lowry looking for his first points. Anunoby's going to try to make it 23. Ibaka goes up and over and scores. It was early and that was it. Now the route is on early. And Ibaka! It's a 20-2 run. 4 now. Lowry! They've scored every time off a Laker turnover, and they do it again.
For the Lakers, that puts the Raptors in transition.
Nice turnover and a throwdown. Top 6 player or so. Again! 26 at the half. Danny Green, remember he started the game hitting a couple of threes. 8 rebounds as Ibaka. The speed of Lowry, the trailer Ibaka. Made it to the NBA, they're currently active. Here's Siakam driving, good dish.
3-point line.
Siakam's been putting a low post clinic on. Ibaka. Kuzma has a dozen here in the third. Ibaka, fake, score. 10 dunks tonight for Toronto. Lowry, it's deep, it's down, bottled up. Green, fly-by by Mikhail Luke, and Danny Green.
And he rebounded it.
Siakam with 16 points and 13 rebounds. 34 for Ibaka to go with 10 rebounds. 21 and 15 assists for Lowry. Lakers have 5 in double figures.
3-game homestand tonight. First up, the Toronto Raptors. This came off the bench last night in L.A. Tonight, a starter. Little baby jump hook shot for 2.
The pace for this Jazz team on both ends.
5th career start for the Jazz. Lowry.
Having this team on both sides of the court.
8-0 run for Utah. The lead is 14-5. The Cat, great D. Shut it down, Joe. Valanciunas sets his feet straight away. Got it. Tough shot. Siakam. Lowry back to Serge.
He's got three-point ability. Grayson Allen also on the court. Utah using their depth tonight with Donovan out.
That's true.
Van Fleet finds some space inside and runs it up over the top. Royce O'Neal back in. Grayson Allen, a quick trip on the floor and off. We'll check it out. Van Fleet fires up a three. Jazz now scoreless in 6 straight possessions. And Lowry, Crowder off his game a little bit here in the first half. And Fleet inside. We're tied at 48. Just past the 4-minute mark. Another layup. And they run it right up. Toronto with the ball, up by 4. Siakam, quick spin around Crowder. Number 9. Siakam left hand. That's a beautiful move. On just 6 shots. Lowry. 3, up good.
Yeah, it was tough because Rudy got up in the air on that pass.
Jazz with their 8th turnover now to win their first home game of this regular season. Valanciunas with a lob inside. There's a throwaway. And Siakam scores. 2.5 to play in quarter number 3. Ibaka has not missed a shot.
The defensive end a little bit tougher. Jazz doing a nice job of getting the second opportunity down there.
Slapped out of his hands, picked up, over the top. 2 to shoot, got it. Drive on a pivot. That's a big bucket. Anunoby.
The Golden State Warriors and the Toronto Raptors, 2 of the top teams in the league. And he's missed 9 of the last 11 with that sprained toe. This is Siakam. Craig Sager-like sport jacket.
Does that on both ends of the floor, getting a nice block.
Siakam able to take advantage.
Be as big of a disappointment maybe as it seemed.
Here's Ibaka for 3. This is Siakam for 3. Has been red hot from 3-point range. Leonard played by Bell, shoots the 3 and hits. Trouble finding shots here at the start of the 3rd quarter. Here's Siakam from 3.
Don't have 2 of their best players, so it is no excuse for you.
Leonard had it knocked away by Jerebko, just checked back in. Green able to get to it.
Skyhook jump shot that I've never seen right there on Thompson.
Ibaka with the stop. Double team right with a long, tough angle 3.
It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
23 points for Thompson.
Play, you just missed the layup. Keep focused, keep the space. Kawhi and Durant again embracing the moment for the big play, just like that.
Here's Green for 3. Yes.
That matchup defensively, you gotta love it.
Leonard over Durant. It's here in Toronto. 10 seconds, goes to the corner to shoot a 3 and it hits to tie it up. Leonard on the drive, kicks it back out. Too late. The Raptors and the Warriors. Siakam.
Bucket at any time, and it's kind of a patience along with that trust.
Ibaka. Here's Green for 3. Yes. Well, that's it.
I'm happy that we executed down the stretch. We were able to make shots. We were able to get some stops in that overtime, and I'm happy we got the win. You know, when the games come down to the stretch like that, the crowd's in it, everyone's in it, it only makes you better.
What's the lesson you take out of a game like that?
I was proud of them, though. I think that when team gets kind of drug into overtime like that, it's a lot of times that team will feel sorry for themselves and not come out and play, and we didn't. We came out and went, scored 4-0 on them, and, that's what I told them in the locker room. I was proud of them for that, to kind of take the emotional punch there in the gut and take a few deep breaths in the end of the game and go back out there and play the overtime the way they did.
Where do you see Siakam's confidence right now?
We're hoping and we think he's going to be a complete player, right? Like a guy that can post, a guy that can score in transition, a guy that can play some screen and roll, set some screen and rolls, and knock down, kick out threes. That's what we're aiming for, and also play the other side of the ball very well.
For Kawhi offensively, is that the most complete game you've seen from him so far?
Seemed a little bit more pep in his step. There was a little bit more elevation on some of those pull-up jumpers.
Kyle Lowry, Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, Pascal Siakam, and Serge Ibaka. Here's Kawhi over Chandler. Swarming defense by Philadelphia. Serge, what a power move! North Philly's finest to Siakam. Leonard, two-handed slam.
Body's got to be on him every shot.
JV on the inside. Kawhi with the shot clock down. Three, got it. Shaman. Leonard with a three, good. Ibaka. Jay, and it's good.
Forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's see, we continue to remember him and grow, you know, we continue.
OG to the rim.
If we don't, maybe three.
And it's good. Ibaka, 18 points, 7 rebounds. Siakam.
Good health, great seeing you. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it, man. Good to see you. I like the tie.
Kawhi, he's got 23. Kawhi, ball fake. Wow, what a move! And drive, kick, swing. Leonard, Craig, good. Get after it defensively. Van Vliet, a wide open three. Miles makes a move, kicks. Oh, goodness! Van Vliet over Embiid. Bucket. All. Siakam gets a steal. And the slam dunk. There's Kawhi. Siakam's running. Kawhi down the lane. Lowry shot. Got it. Siakam to the cutting Valanciunas. That's 21-5. 2-0 against Philadelphia this season.
Max?
Yep.
Celtics prove they're the best team in the East?
No, they're the hottest team right now. The best team is the Toronto Raptors. But I will say this, Kyle Lowry hasn't been right. There is something going on there. And the question about the Raptors from the beginning of the season is Lowry a fatal flaw at point guard for them? Is it fool's gold? Because it ain't Kawhi, Danny Green, these guys, Anunoby, all these guys do their Siakam. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Is Lowry good enough to be a piece that gets them past the Celtics in the conference finals?
He's a pit bull, got a heart of a lion, can really play. But his miniature size, I think, can cause problems for the Toronto Raptors.
The best in the East taking on the best in the West. Lowry attacking. Play played him beautifully, and he made it anyway. The Raptors have numbers. Danny Green runs to the three-point line.
I like him out there better.
Long rebound, getting Ibaka another opportunity. Open, Steph turning it over. Siakam, that's a beautiful finish. This time it's Ibaka on Clay. And that got Van Vliet.
Lowry. They got him up in the air, there it is. Yes, they are. This kid is unbelievable.
Lob to Valanciunas and it costs the Warriors.
Right there, the quick.
Siakam hitting a three. Ibaka right down the lane. Lowry will launch a three and drop it in.
See, Lowry's playing the off guard in the Van Vliet, so he can be.
Lowry driving and a little quick shot layup. Can they string together any kind of stops? Siakam says no. That rebound. Lowry again on the reload. CJ Miles from deep against the West. That's impressive. And we've got this road trip. Siakam with the shot clock at 5. Oh man, what a move to the right. Ready for Sacramento.
I was going to say, both teams started.
Lowry inside.
The Warriors were so desperate, he came in and played the last 4 minutes of the first quarter.
Second half turnovers have been a huge problem. Richardson hitting a three. So Toronto wins both games. OT in Toronto, but convincing victory here at Oracle. And they had one here since 2004, and that streak is now over.
The lack of success here. I mean, lost 13 in a row, I guess, as an organization, but it happens.
It's like 2004.
Guess they got us through a new streak. We had a good game plan. Just kind of staying on the shooters. You know, those guys are going to get their shots off, and you just got to make it as tough as possible. They're really good. They got 4 All-Stars. They're talented. You just got to try to make the other guys beat you and understand that they're going to make shots and they're going to make runs, and you just got to keep your composure.
And you're able to beat them pretty handily. What was the reason for that, you think?
Just play well. Move the ball. We got out of transition, played good defense, got stops, and played hard basketball.
It's been a long time since the franchise won in this building. You've been here a few times, played against this team a bunch. How tough is it to win in this building?
It's probably top of the list in the league. Is obviously one of the toughest teams to play. They're one of the best teams in the league, and they have a great home court advantage. Definitely high degree of difficulty, but it takes that much more focus and intensity and effort to go out there and try to get the job done.
How much does a win like this help when you're able to beat a team like the Warriors in their building when you guys are missing one of your best guys?
Just another win. Just another win for us. We expect to win. We're a great team. We feel like we're one of the top teams in the NBA for a reason.
What I learned is that the Toronto Raptors should be under immense pressure. When you go 7-1 without Kawhi, when you go up against the Golden State Warriors, the two-time reigning defending NBA champions, and you perform the way that you perform, neutralizing them, beating them by 20 points, essentially blowing them out, the excuses have evaporated. What excuse is there for you not to be in the finals this season? The pressure is mounting, and we'll see how they respond to it.
Is there pressure on Toronto? Sure, there's pressure on Toronto. Is there more on them now than other teams? No, I think Kawhi's presence on that team puts more on other teams than the Raptors. Kawhi is the best player that franchise has ever had right now, and they're 7-1 without him, Stephen A. Yeah. When you bring up an Achilles heel on this team, it comes down to if Kyle Lowry can be regular season Kyle Lowry in the playoffs, this team can go all the way. If he can't, they won't. Period.
They got a shot.
Otherwise, this team, that's right, they have a real shot.
8-8 over their last 16 games. Toronto is banged up. No changes. Middleton out of the Kumbo. Lopez. Nick Nurse probably told the Raptors, why don't you go to number 2 a little more often? At 3 defenders. No whistle. Fans don't like it. Leonard. Silva sees 2 defenders. Wanted to go to the perimeter. Picked off by Powell. And ahead for Siakam.
But you got to love the Rock. Talking a little trash. That was getting ready for the Rock. Too much weight when he missed. Too much work with you.
Leonard holds a whistle in this league. Kawhi Leonard.
It's kind of scary when he's coming at you 100 miles per hour like that, I imagine.
Kawhi Leonard.
Board, but quick tight pick and roll for a lob. Only Giannis can go get that.
Van Vliet gets around that screen. Three-pointer. Played 4 years at Wichita State. Of assists on kicks for threes.
Giannis attack. He thought he was going to get what he usually does. A bucket, but Sergi.
They always see the clock. I don't know how they do it. Siakam for 3.
Now, it opens things up. This team, when they get that going.
Again, Anunoby sets the screen. And then some. Bedlam in here. Danny Green. It does here tonight. Kawhi Leonard. Could be big. Van Vliet.
Most of the fourth quarter.
Siakam. Kawhi Leonard. Logged in for 3. Rebound Toronto. The Raptors avoid Milwaukee taking the tiebreaker in Game 3.
Be able to play one of the other top teams in the East and have a great performance regardless of the outcome. This is a game where we play like ourselves and play like we know we can play.
Glad the guys responded. We all executed well, stepping up and knocking some big shots down and just going back to who we are as a team.
Win or lose, we got to just play the same way every night, and so we could just be consistent and get better as a unit.
Played with some juice and some physicality, so and that's the way we need to play if you want to be a serious contender.
The Toronto Raptors trading for a former Defensive Player of the Year in Marc Gasol.
I thought when I first saw the news that the price point was going to be higher for the Raptors. You assumed immediately Jonas Valanciunas was going to be in the deal, right? That was essentially a given. Out the door, DeLon Wright. You lose some point guard depth. You lose a really solid defensive point guard who has improved, at least from where he was as a rookie, as a shooter. CJ Miles, who was already knocked out of the rotation and is actually some money off the books for next year. A pretty excellent move by Masai Ujiri.
I think the cost is high. We could make an argument of who has been a better basketball player when healthy this year, JV or Gasol.
Given the landscape of what the Raptors were looking at in the East. And I guess if in a potential finals matchup against the Golden State Warriors. You had to go with high ceiling plays, that this was all in and this was short term and it was risky. The window you're working within is a 1-year window. And right now, adding someone who is unquestionably a better passer, unquestionably a better shooter, who adds an element to Kyle Lowry playing in the pick and pop, still a better defender than Jonas Valanciunas. This is a higher ceiling play in an all-in season. The assets that you sacrificed here are not things that are going to haunt you in the future or in the or this season. You don't need Marc Gasol to be the best version we've ever seen of Marc Gasol. You just need him to be a good version of Marc Gasol. To me, you're trying to finish first in the regular season because you want to have home court advantage and you want to beat the Bucks and the Celtics. Those are the teams, and you want to improve your last 5 minutes of the game. Marc Gasol can stay on the floor defensively late in games. We've seen this with Jonas Valanciunas. In playoff series, dude can't stay on the floor. My man can't defend. Marc Gasol can.
Adrian Wojnarowski tweeting, Toronto is finalizing a trade to secure Marc Gasol. Please explain what this will do for the Raptors.
Well, I mean, he is an upgrade at the center position. This gives them somebody who can compete with him, Joel Embiid, right? I mean, you need a big body in there to be able to hang with Joel.
Gasol's a terrific player, and it's not only his defense, but his skill set fits today's NBA perfectly. The way he can shoot, and particularly the way he can pass. He'll get excited and motivated about having a new opportunity.
Yes. I just don't think it puts them in the conversation. It made them better with Milwaukee or Philly. I like those two teams over Toronto, even with this trade.
I don't see Marc Gasol moving the needle because their best lineup is with Serge Ibaka at center and Siakam at the 4 with Kawhi Leonard. So I think this was a lateral move. So I'm not sure how much this helped him.
I think this is a terrific upgrade. They haven't had Jonas Valanciunas because of an injury. He was just about to come back. Now they upgrade that position.
Do you think this puts them on the heels of Philly and Milwaukee?
They're at the top of the East. You don't think getting Marc Gasol for Jonas Valanciunas and CJ Miles is a good trade?
No, I don't think it pushed the needle. I don't think they got better.
I think for Toronto, this continues their bet on contending for a championship this single season. Kawhi Leonard, there's still a strong possibility that he leaves for the Los Angeles Clippers this summer. But by adding Gasol, that's an upgrade over Jonas Valanciunas. Despite that improvement, as having a better shooter, a better defender, and Gasol, you're losing Wright, who is a solid defender and, a solid ball handler for that team. And I do wonder for them, will the loss of depth be overcome by the improvement having Gasol over Valanciunas?
Who's the best team in the East?
When you look at Toronto, why not them?
They're slightly behind, but I wouldn't rule them out. Picking up Gasol is a great pickup for them.
Big day for us and a tough day too. We made a big trade, as everyone knows, and this is our opportunity to thank Jonas Valanciunas, DeLon Wright, CJ Miles. Jonas was a baby with us, grew up with us. We drafted DeLon Wright. With all our hearts, we thank them, and I know the fans and people of Toronto really thank these guys. We want to welcome Marc Gasol, phenomenal player, and I think a winner that hopefully can come and make an impact. This is, I think, exciting for us going forward as all of us try to achieve a dream of contending for a championship in the NBA.
They are second in the East, 1 game back in Milwaukee. It's a steal by Lowry off a bad pass. Gives it up for Siakam. 42-16 here at home. They are 23-5 as they score again. Screen roll for Ibaka. Green for 3. Good. Steal, and an easy 2 comes up short. Gasol rips it down. Anunoby gets another chance, and he'll get yet another. Third time a charm. Ibaka kicks it out. Siakam for 3. For Bradley Beal in 5 attempts. Ibaka the long 3. Good. Ibaka, Powell, they swing it to Siakam for a wide open 3. Mad at himself for missing that shot. Anunoby. Lowry pulls up on Bryant and hits. Lowry's jumper, good.
but tips it to Lowry. What a pass! And the reverse layup. Finishing over the length of Siakam. Gasol back in the game for the Raptors. Baseline three. Foul the other way. Anunoby for three. Just to go along with 18 points. Siakam, what a shot. Fakes Portis. Nice pass for Lee. Lowry open off the screen. Good.
I mean, how quickly they recover when they're put in a compromising position.
Backbreaker. That's your ball game.
The seventh time that you've surpassed your career high. How aware are you of that? Do you know what the number is? Do you have people talking to you, telling you?
I knew a little bit, and you know, I think my teammates, you know, just kind of like give me a glance a little bit, so I knew.
Are you trying to send a message at all that you should have been in Charlotte?
I'm just out here, man, doing my job, doing the things, playing the game that I love, and just going out there every day and giving it my all every single day. I'm playing for bigger things, and obviously things like that are really cool and amazing, and I wish I was there. You know, I wish I was going to Charlotte. But just continue to do, you know, the work that I'm just doing every day, and going out there and playing hard and continue to improve every day.
Close games, I think we seem pretty calm, and you know, I don't think I feel like there's a lot to like about this team.
Now let's meet tonight's All-Stars, beginning with Team Giannis, making his 5th consecutive All-Star Game appearance, north of the border in the Toronto Raptors, Kyle Lowry. Now let's meet Team LeBron, making his 3rd appearance, representing the Toronto Raptors, Kawhi Leonard.
DeMar DeRozan's return. And then the introductions. Siakam. Here comes a double. Lowry finds Green. Corner three. Able to gather it. Green a three. And the head of Lynn into the stand. OG corner three. How can you handle it? Right pass. Ibaka the three. McCall kicks it. Here's OG three. Step. Cross-court pass. Danny Green lets DeRozan fly by. Lowry. His shot doesn't go. Green. Catch and shoot. Out in transition. Siakam the corner three. Spicy pig. As his good buddy Pirtle on the block finds Lowry. And the cutting, Lowry finds Pascal, corner three! Raptors get it back. Siakam sidestep. Has worked as a consultant with the Toronto Raptors through the years. Kawhi, positive trips. Here's Green, a three, good.
Leonard that time on Gay.
Oh yeah. To Kawhi. To Kawhi. Kawhi finds Marc Gasol. San Antonio 49% from the field. Nice. Lowry right to the rim. Raptors down by 3 out of the timeout. And Lynn. Anunoby keeping Aldridge away. Here's OG. Got it! Backing Aldridge. Serge, great steal underneath and a slam dunk.
Right? Playing the two smalls together.
Here's Leonard driving. Shot clock at 5. Here comes a double. Fading away from it. Drills it. Lost. When the double comes, Kawhi with a slam.
San Antonio.
Goes. Bellinelli lets it fly, and that will do it.
Everybody contribute. You know, with me missing shots, everybody stepped up, made their shots on the double teams. And, you know, we got the win. We grinded it out.
To have the connection that I have here with the players, you know, I wish them all the best. You know, but they had what they had for a reason.
Boston Celtics lead the season series 2-1.
He wants to get to.
Serge Ibaka, the open three, and a great shine. A bounce now. Driving, cut off by Tice. Siakam, a corner three.
Time with the Raptors.
Siakam, catch and shoot. He's made 3. With Tice there. In the lane, left hand. Season, leading the Celtics to the Eastern Conference Finals. Norman Powell. Lowry using the Gasol screen. Little pick and pop 3. Gasol!
To the area and his hands up, and you want defenders to get their hands up until that passes.
50-37, 5:20 to go here, and Danny Green. 14-point lead, Lowry, Ibaka, Leonard, Green. Picked off, Kawhi. In the open court, Lowry with it. Lead pass, Pascal. Count it!
On that shot in transition.
Kawhi, a three. Nice. They go opposite, Green. Tatum flies by the three, and it's good. Siakam, corner three, good.
That was a foul.
Serge Ibaka.
Rebound.
Turnover, great response by the Raptors. Siakam! Oh! Pascal, Siakam. Here's Powell, three. Former coach, and that's a motor. And
there's no effort there. They just play together. They play off each other. They feel the game.
OG!
Entirely different effort defensively here.
OG with a block. Siakam with a finish. Trailing Lowry. Finds Meeks in the corner. He'll shoot the three and make the three.
Boucher's.
Lead pass. Boucher with a slam.
Appreciation here at Scotiabank Arena.
Nick Nurse coming down. Quick word with Brad Stevens. The Toronto Raptors victorious.
What happened there in the second quarter as you guys started to pull away? Was it more on the offensive end or the defensive end?
I think we were locked in a little bit more, got stops and, playing free basketball. And, we also, made an extra pass and just, find an open man.
We did a good job with, everybody tonight. We came out pretty aggressive and, that led us to early points in transition.
From what I could see tonight, that was as well as we've helped each other in a long time.
Raptors with the second best record in the NBA.
Leaves it for Green. Three-pointer. Defense and locking down and knowing your assignments as you talked about.
Yeah, and Ish Smith.
Van Vliet, there's just a level of comfort with him back out on the floor.
Those are 16 tough games.
Siakam on the inside.
And turnovers committed, so got to improve that.
Danny Green. And those you can definitely go to the bank on. Here's Van Vliet.
Game of basketball and you as a person in life, there's something that's been very impactful on my life.
Rebound for Green. Quickly now Van Vliet. Kyle with the three-pointer. Halftime, Leo Routens will break down the bracket. Danny Green.
Guys like that, right? You'll have a job till you're 40.
Fred Van Vliet. That's the timeline. Azonia tries to cut him off. Can OG and an open corner three.
They've been excellent tonight. Really dialed in. 62% from the field and shooting the lights out.
Siakam launches from Cambridge.
And we'll wait till late June to break them out.
Here's Siakam on a run out. Right here against the New York Knicks. Rhythm three. On consecutive days. I mean, interesting. They manage it exactly. Gasol.
And here's the reality.
Look at that blow by. Postseason. Lead pass. Fred finds Pascal.
Chris Boucher before the game. He says, I'm ready, man.
OG with 14 points.
Murray State beating Marquette.
Really?
Yep. And I was talking to Henry. They're playing well.
They've got a great history in having the Raptors 905. We go.
Oh, you're right about that.
And McCall.
People.
Boucher.
Bonjour.
Head coach wins his 50th game.
A few moments ago, let's get your Northland Ford starting lineups. He's made a living in his career against the Toronto Raptors, one of the teams he's had a...
Look at the size difference between Kawhi Leonard and Andrew Wiggins.
Kawhi Leonard
will see some time at the center spot.
Van Vliet, not the first time he's done that, by the way.
Good rotation with his hands.
Nick Nurse said before the game that Wiggins would be a focal point. 320 by Toronto. I think one of those items that Brian Saunders talked about this morning. Van Vliet, the only starter for the Raptors not to attempt a three. Kawhi Leonard. Pull up three, drops. Nobi will bring it up.
Good back cut, Timberwolves in Western Conference Finals. Just that team, after all the struggles we had, just tremendous basketball mind, he really is.
How about I turn down
in for as little or as long as you'd like to be on the broadcast?
One segment, we take that.
Leonard drills the triple.
Absolutely fascinating.
Second round will be a bloodbath.
Is it as sexy as Los Angeles?
Kawhi kicks out to Van Vliet.
You can just reload.
But you can't.
From one side of the court, across court, and find the open guy.
Tyus with a hockey assist tonight.
Oh yeah,
not on the bench.
You went into the deep dive of the Serge Ibaka as a chef. Yes, sir, do.
Jeremy Lin, this Raptors team, they are intent on leaving Minneapolis with a win. Battered away by Powell.
Excellent shot blocker.
40 rebounds to 27 for Minnesota tonight. Anunoby been up 51, however, to Toronto. His record with at least 100 points scored, taking this 20-point loss.
Tomorrow, it's not exactly Selection Sunday, but you know you're in and you don't know who you're going to play at the bottom. How much will you guys be watching the scoreboard tomorrow?
Luckily, we're off, so we can put our feet up and rest and get some treatment and stuff, and then see who we play and start preparing. Late Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Since I've been in the league these last 3 years, we've been one of the top teams in the league, top teams in the East, and there's a lot that comes with that. And you should take pride in that. You take a lot of pride in what you do during the regular season, and keep it in the back of your mind that all that doesn't matter now.
What would you say the confidence level as a team?
We're feeling good as we should, and we'll look ahead and see who we get tomorrow, and then go from there.
Does this team feel like it's where it needs to be to have a playoff run, or do you still need to improve and get better?
We do feel like we are a good playoff team to go deep, and we got experience.
You know you're in. There's 3 teams at the bottom, 4 if you count Charlotte, that could be your opponents. How much will you get together and watch together as a team tomorrow, or just kind of it's another night and we'll see who we play?
We'll keep an eye on it for sure, Jonesy, and see what's going on. Considering our year, I think we're fairly well rested and pretty healthy right now.
The regular season is over, and we now know who the Toronto Raptors have in the first round of the playoffs. It's the Orlando Magic. How do you see it playing out?
It's a tough matchup. Orlando is the second best record in the NBA since the trade deadline, and they split the season series 2-2. Yeah. I don't love the matchup, but I'm okay with Orlando. Just get tested early. This is still a matchup that the Raptors should win.
I hope they can get out of the first round in 5. Because you want to save your legs for some of the bigger monsters in the East. It's not going to be easy second round on.
I'm going to go Raptors in 5. It's not going to be easy. I think the games are going to be competitive. The team should be in a perfect position to win this series 5. 6 max, but I think they will do it in 5.
If you want to talk about a team that is playoff ready and built for what's to come, it's this group. This was 82 games in preparation for what's to come.
This is the best team the Raptors have ever had, and the expectations should be through the roof right now.
I see us going to the finals.
NBA Finals.
Okay, there you go.
We have what it takes to go to the finals.
There are about 3 other teams who are excellent teams. They're all problems. They're all competitive. But I think the Raptors have what it takes to knock off any of them in a 7-game series.
In this matchup, I see Orlando winning this series.
Whoa.
I really do. This team is playing defense. They're shooting the 3-ball exceptionally well. I like Steve Clifford as coach in this series. I see Orlando coming out with a big win in this series. I know it's going to not be a popular take on Twitter and all of social media, but I'm sticking with it. I like the pick and roll with DJ Augustine and Vucevic. He's picking and rolling. He's picking and popping. I like Orlando in this series.
Okay, I got to nail you down. How many games do you think the series goes to?
I think it's going to go 7 games.
Watch for the Magic.
What are your thoughts on the Magic matchup? I mean, they had your number in a few games this season. What challenges do they present?
They're a really talented team, and their length and the way they play defense and the way Steve Clifford, they're all a defensive-minded team. We have a really high IQ team, and I think that will help us long term. I think long term that's a benefit we'll have.
Gasol and Vucevic to jump it up, and Toronto controls. Saw had gone 6 seasons without it as Leonard buries a 3.
You had a little bass in your voice.
Leonard adding some bass to the rim. 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Van Vliet, that's a deep one. He got it!
That's to your advantage because he can really shoot it.
Siakam, the breakdown! Green will fire and hit. Sol finds Green. His 3 is good.
He did, Ryan. I'm sure he did.
Leonard buries the 3.
On Big Boost to put the ball on the floor.
Gasol hits the 3. Gordon loses it. Here's Siakam in transition. Leonard whittling inside, finishes, and the foul. Ibaka dishes out, Green waits, takes, and hits. Van Vliet, got it. Raptors on a 6-0 run. Siakam's floater, Gordon hanging, Leonard fading and hitting. Lost it, Gordon the steal. Ahead to Fournier, to the rim. Back to Siakam on the attack. Can't finish once, he does. Siakam has 24. In the corner, Isaac connects. Changes 10 ties and a Fournier steal. Green can't get, not that time. Leonard, you bet. Tie game again. Trying to untie it, he does. Augustine with the shot clock fading. Augustine has tied it. Augustine, 3 to shoot. He'll take. You bet. Down 3. Leonard, a deep one, is short. There it is. The Orlando Magic steal game 1.
It's a long series. Unfortunately, we got an uphill to climb, but we're made for it.
Offensively, for you, the shots weren't falling. Were you happy with the looks?
I mean, I got some looks and missed them. That's about it. It's nothing into me. I just missed some shots. It was open.
Is there anything else that you could or should be doing differently offensively, even the shots not falling, getting the rim, the line, anything else that you want?
Maybe just being a little bit more aggressive. But it's a game 2 coming up, so we'll be fine.
What do you got to do to get DJ under control as a team?
I mean, he had a good game. His next game, it's always somebody different, and he had a good game. We know who we are, and it's one game. We got to make sure that we know that who we are, and we execute what we can do, and do what we do. When we do what we're supposed to do, we're really, really good.
Preview tonight's action in the NBA. First, we start with the Magic, who stole game 1 from the Raptors. Can they do it again?
I think they can do it again. Do I think they will? I don't know. I think Toronto they're going to answer it. They're historically bad in game 1s, and you can say, well, Danny Green and Kawhi. Well, there's some other guys that are still there that have historical bad starts. Talking about Kyle Lowry, who I think is a great player, but he needs to step up.
Tail of the tape in the point guard matchup. Wow. 25-0, DJ Augustine over Kyle Lowry, who went 0 for 7.
That's impossible.
And 0 for 6. No, it happened. For Kyle Lowry, 1-9, averaging just 11 points and shooting 32% and 19% from 3 in those 10 games. For the first time, he's been scoreless in 50 career playoff starts.
You cannot be an all-star and not score in the first game of the playoffs at home when you expect it to go deep in the playoffs. 0 points is not acceptable. He can score, he can shoot. It's definitely mental. I know it's mental because he's talking about it. He needs to step up. We've been having the same conversation about him the last 4 or 5 years. Listen, I have had bad games before, but I ain't never going to go 0 for 7. I'm going to go 0 for 14 or 0 for 15, but I ain't going to shoot just 7 times. If he was 0 for 15, 0 for 16, we'll give him the respect, the respect and say he was aggressive. His shot wasn't just fun, but we've seen this before. Yeah, 7 shots? Yeah, 7 shots?
In the closing seconds. And that's not an aberration. He's had success, all athleticism there. He can just go play his game.
Leonard gets the party started.
Vucevic was not moving. He just went and laid on him, and Kawhi comes right back at that mid-range.
Here comes Siakam, the ultra-talented forward going left hand.
When we played in Denver, DeRozan was told by Lowry, go be great for us, as Kawhi Leonard.
First 11 points. Lowry from deep. Splash!
Another in that possession.
Lowry again from deep. Got it! He's got a dozen. Ibaka.
Listen, I love what the Magic are doing. I think they have definitely come a long way.
He's led the league with 8. Leonard back in the game, playing with 3 personals. Siakam
on the game.
Leonard fires a 3 with the shot clock at 5.
When the double team is coming, and that's why he continues to struggle as Gasol, as opposed to maybe putting it on the ground and getting to the rim. And great read by Gasol.
Second best record in the league behind only Milwaukee as Leonard. 3-point shot, 15 points. Gasol left wide open.
A world championship.
3-time All-Star, former Defensive Player of the Year. Look at Siakam. Siakam, play clock at 8. Gasol from deep. Got it again. Well, Magic desperately needed that shot, but they're still down 21 points. Look at Lowry.
For the postseason that can have success when it gets harder, although that was pretty easy.
Leonard, 31 points. Pulls up from deep. He's got it! Powell outside the Leonard. There's a three-pointer from the corner by Powell. 1 and 8 for the Raptors. 37 for Kawhi, 22 and 7 dimes for Kyle Lowry. Largest playoff victory in Raptors franchise history.
Kyle, not the greatest first game for you, but in today's game, much more effective. What did you do differently, or how did you feel going into this game?
Made some shots.
When your shot's going, what does that open up for you and kind of for everything else for this team?
I think just me being more aggressive, getting downhill, getting to my spots a lot easier. Going back and watching the film, you know, I wasn't as aggressive as I could have been. It's always a new game. One game is one game. Game 2 is a game 2. Now we're on to game 3, and it's going to be a different game. It's going to be more adjustments. I'll go back and watch the film and see where I could be even better.
That first quarter, the first 4 or 5 minutes of that quarter, it looked like they weren't going to get a shot up almost. What was said before you guys hit the floor that inspired that kind of defensive intensity?
Just wanted to come out and win this game. We didn't feel like we played our best basketball game 1, and just wanted to protect home floor, really.
What'd you make of Kyle Lowry's performance today? Obviously, he bounced back in a big way.
He played well tonight. He made shots. That's all he didn't do game 1. He led us in intensity. And, I mean, he did a great job of bouncing back. And, you know, he's a pro. That's what pros do. They know it's just one game. And they come in the next game ready to play.
Nick, we spent a couple days talking about how Kyle was going to be better. Was that more of a Kyle game that you've kind of come to expect when he's at his best?
Well, yeah, he was big time tonight. That's him at his finest. He was charging up the floor and pushing the ball, passing, shooting, driving, kicking, making steals, hands on everything, rebounding. He was doing it all. That's a big time performance for him. Really happy for him.
Can you talk a little bit about the job that Marc Gasol did on Nikola Vucevic?
Well, a lot of that starts with Marc's physicality and his IQ. The biggest thing you got to do, not with Vucevic, but with any really good post player, is try to push the catches out so they're starting from a point farther away, and that they're less comfortable, and the percentages obviously go down the further away you can keep them. Played him real physical, played him real smart, didn't give him anything real easy, and they did a great job on him.
Game 2 was a slaughter of the Magic in the 6th on a Tuesday, but the location has shifted to Orlando. Who do you think has the best chance to win of the road team?
I will go with the Raptors.
Why?
I think Toronto had a bad game 1. They made the adjustments there. They kind of out-toughed them. They out-physicaled in terms of how they played against the Magic. They figured things out. They got their ball moving. Defensively, that swarming defense with the length they have. Orlando's a young team. This is all very new for them. I think the Raptors sort of regain control, and they'll go in and get an easy victory in Game 3.
The Raptors' big 3, Lowry, Leonard, Pascal Siakam put up 78 points alone. That's in comparison with the Orlando Magic, who set a pretty bad precedent.
Sean Wright's got the ball in the air, and the Raptors win the tip. Kick to the corner for Siakam. It beats the buzzer. You might expect from the Partisans in this building. Leonard on the drive and the jam. 11 points in this first quarter. It's down to a 4-point game. Siakam glides in and scores during the regular season.
Most threes off the bench in the NBA.
Leonard, it's Ross guarding Siakam. Nice hook across the lane. 18. Now the Magic from 3. Siakam, the floater. Gasol's open. Speaking of things that he can do well. Danny Green, great shooter, sinks the 3. Nikola Vucevic has taken over for Orlando. What an answer! Kawhi to Green, 4-3. Finds Ibaka, beautiful pass to Siakam.
Bench Steve Clifford did in the second quarter.
Oh my goodness, what a pass!
Ahead, Toronto won't have any of it.
What a pass by Siakam to Green. Siakam, great move on Ross, tried to recover, did not. Right back to Powell. This time he rattles the clock. Lowry, the step back to force it up, and knocks it down.
Second, fewest fouls.
Very good defensive team. Lowry snuck inside. 0 of 5 from 3. Siakam against Ross. What a shot! 4 to shoot for Siakam. It's been his night tonight, and he delivers. It's short. Who wants it? Lowry saved it. What a play by Kyle Lowry. Rim's good. Fournier for 3. Final seconds. Raptors, after losing game 1 in heartbreaking fashion, dominated game 2 and held off the Magic in game 3.
How have you improved as a basketball player most prominently this season?
I think for me, it's mostly just playing games. Like I think getting more familiar with the game, being on the floor, playing more. It's mostly just getting comfortable, like getting more comfortable with the game and understanding, the pace of the game and kind of like not rushing like I used to do.
Only been playing organized basketball for 7 years. Are there times the game still feels new?
Yeah, of course. Definitely feels new. And I think every night I'm out there, I get better. Every single night is kind of like an experience and it feels good.
Your confidence level right now, how would you describe that?
I think, it's growing. And I think it helps when you have guys like, Danny and the whole team just kind of like supporting you. You got things going, they want to go to you and give you the ball. So like just little things like that kind of like help with the confidence. And for me, just trusting my work. I put a lot of work in.
He's unbelievable. He's the most improved basketball player in the NBA this year. He's going to continue to grow and get better. It's a great game for him. It's fun to watch.
What can you say about Pascal tonight and how he seemed to get involved in every area?
He made a lot of big buckets. He was really patient. He would see a mismatch and he'd wait until he had enough composure or an angle or the right pump fake or whatever. Just a really mature play from a young player. And again, he just seems to keep getting better week by week as we go here, which is good for us.
To have a 17-point lead, get whatever it got cut down to in the last minute there, 2 or 3. How much better did you guys get tonight in that atmosphere to survive something like that? How much of a building block can that be for this group going forward?
I just like the way we came out originally, like with we got to impose our will in this game. And then I liked how we answered. Like we went down a couple times and we answered right back immediately, I think both times. We put a string of stops together and showed some great toughness there as well. And then I thought we played again, threw a lot of hits in the lane and got some tough baskets late.
Raptors were the 3rd best road team in the NBA this season, behind only the Bucks and the Warriors. Exactly the kind of start Steve Clifford was looking for. Lowry with a quick answer. There's Gasol. We know he can shoot the 3. Comes barreling down the paint and goes glass. What a pass. Outside, Green wide open. Got it.
Everyone in the organization said he's got no problems. So far, 0 for 1. Make that 1 for 2.
As here comes Leonard down the paint, going glass again.
Deflection and steal.
Leonard!
Oh, my goodness.
Look at the footwork. Good starts for both Fournier and Vucevic. Siakam! Ross on his back. Draws the double team. Van Vliet. That's good. 14 shooting to close the quarter. And 6 turnovers as Lowry.
A little bit better shooter to have a chance in this game moving forward.
Ibaka from deep. Got it. Offensive rebound, Leonard. Powell, that's a 3, got it!
I got there just in time.
Leonard fading away. We got 2 guys who are former defensive players of the year in the NBA. As Siakam, here comes Lowry, the little hesitation. Siakam, that's a 3, splash!
Get something easy in transition and just kind of get the crowd back, get your confidence back.
Finds the trailing Lowry, and then Leonard! It is all Raptors. Against the Raptors team that looks so good. And there is Leonard again.
That Jordan is playing with from everybody else.
Leonard again. Our producer, Bert Bondi, always generous. Danny Green, that's a 3.
Of the floor.
Leonard fending off a Wundu. Powell taking flight and putting it down. The Jazz blew a huge opportunity last night. Siakam. Sampoulos and Carl Cronenberger, Kawhi Leonard sprinkling his stardust on the NBA postseason.
How gratifying is it for you and your team to be able to secure both wins here on Orlando turf?
Certainly gratifying and certainly gives us, a chance to, win the series.
Coach, talk about what Serge and what Norman gave you off the bench tonight.
They were both great. Norman played with great force tonight. Man, he was a rocket to the rim. He got strong and got up and finished, and a couple of those were big baskets. I think it's great that we get 29 points out of Powell and Ibaka off the bench. That's big for us.
With 2 convincing victories in the past 3 games, is there any worry of complacency from you heading into Game 5, going back home on Tuesday?
I think you always got to worry about that. You know, you worry about that all season long in this league. After you win, you gotta forget about that last one and refocus. And our message will be, let's build on this. Make sure we understand and see what we're seeing. We're doing well. Let's tweak and fix some of the things that we can still improve on.
Kyle Lowry and the Raptors can create some rest for themselves before their second round series. A closeout chance against the Magic tonight.
And Pascal Siakam is one of those players. Raptors open up with possession. Here's Lowry. Lowry on the move with the left hand. Here's Kyle Lowry. Lowry makes the three. Green. There's Lowry.
Locked in the entire possession.
Lowry, a blow by. Mismatch. Back over to Kyle. The three from the corner. Block. Green finds a wide open Gasol.
Oh my goodness.
And he drills it. Gasol. Lowry, Siakam. Just checked in. Here's Kawhi, the three.
Statistical element as well.
Deep three, and it's good.
Trustworthy per play, and he has done a good job for them on both ends.
The three.
He's taking every step, and he's passing it.
Oh, playoff foul! With his hands draped all over him. Here's Siakam. Corner three. Rebound, Kawhi. Van Vliet, Green, corner three. Gasol back over to Pascal, the three. And it's good! Lowry got attended to during halftime. In fact, he left as Kawhi. Keep an eye on that. And Kawhi's made another three. Have led to 17 points. Here's Kawhi, wide open corner three.
And as you mentioned earlier, Matt,
Look at that, Siakam!
it's down. It's a joy to watch.
Kyle on the inside.
And when you got a guy like Gasol that can pass it again.
Danny, good look. And the three. Turnover, Fred. Over to Powell with a slam dunk.
A pretty good defender with a reputation as a shooter.
Ibaka slam dunk. Led for just over 12 minutes. Jody Meeks lays it up and in. And that's going to do it. The Toronto Raptors, they've won 4 in a row.
115 to 96.
It wasn't that close, America.
No, it was not.
Ernie, that was a great.
They were up 30. They were up 37 and never trailed in the game.
What do you think about when you think about the matchup with you and the Sixers?
It's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be fun, but we got to go out there, do our job, try to impose our will on them, and stay the course. We know what type of team they are, what they represent, what they bring, and we got to go out there and play our basketball, our brand of basketball.
Obviously, this is a team with tremendous size, starting right off the bat with Embiid inside, but they're big. They're big all over. A lot of talent on the floor on both teams, so it should be a great series.
The Sixers played 4 times against the Raptors. Toronto won 3 of them. The one they lost, Kawhi Leonard was not there.
Who you say are going to be in the conference finals now that you've seen
Milwaukee versus Toronto.
You still okay? Milwaukee versus Toronto.
Going across the board.
I totally agree. I think this is a tough matchup for the Sixers. I think the addition of Marc Gasol going to really help them against Joel Embiid because he's just as big as Embiid. He can play him one-on-one in the post to a certain degree. They don't have to double every time. But also, he's going to be able to drag him out on the post. And Ben Simmons has really struggled with Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, 24 turnovers in the 3 games.
He got to a point where Ben would kick the ball up court, and the Sixers could never get into their offense. So we're going to my favorite city, Toronto, and we're going to Ernie's
the mean streets of Milwaukee.
Streets of Milwaukee for the conference finals.
What does it mean to you to be playing Philadelphia in round 2?
A really good team. They got some talent. They got 3 total All-Stars. Tobias Harris could have been the 4th. They're really good. They're talented. But for us, it's about us and getting better and continue to grow.
What type of challenges can the Sixers present to you guys on either end of the floor?
I mean, we all know, they have Joel, Jimmy Butler, obviously Simmons. They have a bunch of Harris. I don't know. I can name them all, but I think, it's going to be a challenge. Trying to enjoy this win tonight, probably get some rest, and then kind of dive into Philly and kind of like worry about that then.
It's one step closer to our goal, and it's just the first step of the journey. We got a couple of days to get prepared, and we'll be ready.
Should be a great series, man. I know it's a lot of talent on the floor on both teams, so it should be a great series.
Who do you trust more, Raptors or Sixers in this one, Paul?
I like the Raptors. Siakam, since he stepped up with Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, championship experience. I gotta go with this. I gotta go with those guys.
Yeah, I'm going the same way with the Raptors. The Raptors know exactly how they want to play. Everyone knows their role. They bought into their roles. They don't have the issues that Philly still seems to have. Is Ben Simmons not shooting in the fourth quarter? Is there enough space for him and Embiid on the floor? Is Embiid healthy? There's still a bunch of question marks with Philly that really weren't resolved against the Nets.
I do think the Embiid health factor, to me, is the biggest question mark. That's the kind of injury that could bother him the whole next 2 weeks, or it could just start to feel a little bit better depending on the rest he gets. If he is a monster, like we have seen him be in some of these playoff games, he is going to be trouble. And we've seen Toronto, how they can tighten up sometimes.
I just think overall the experience that the Toronto team has and the championship experience is going to play out.
And depth.
And the depth.
Let's take a look at how these two teams, the Raptors and the Sixers, fared against each other during the season. They played 4 games. The Raptors won 3 of them. Points per game, pretty close. Offensive efficiency, almost exactly the same. Field goal percentage, almost exactly the same.
Very evenly matched. You can expect a very, very thrilling series to go at least 6 games with a lot of competitive basketball. Toronto legitimately should be the favorite, but we'll see what happens.
The 76ers and the Raptors, the winner goes to the Eastern Conference Finals. 7-0 run for Toronto. Lowry trying to add to it. Backdoor. Siakam! Big moves early and late. Leonard's jumper is there. Gasol drives and kicks. Siakam a 3.
Get the friendly bounce.
And that's the third Philly turnover. Backdoor! Leonard. Marjanovic ranged over, but it's one-on-one. It's a fade.
Know the status yet moving forward of Mike Scott.
The ball is popping. Siakam!
I think they're getting solid minutes.
Siakam, body bump. Up fake, and a deuce. Lowry using the screen from Gasol. Pick and pop. Gasol a 3. Yes, looking to weave his way. He does. Beautiful spin.
Some hay against this Raptors team.
Leonard squares and hits. Leonard the other way. He got met by Simmons and still. Leonard leaves it. Gasol rocks the rim. Some others involved here with Philadelphia, Roz. Leonard up Orlando after that Game 1 loss in the first round. Siakam! It's a long time ago. These teams are different. Gasol! Anunoby out with the appendectomy. He would have been a factor in the rotation. Kawhi Leonard! The rejection! Siakam! Leonard makes his move. Kick. Green open look. Got it. And a turnover. Van Vliet lobs it up. Ibaka! 16 season. They lost to Cleveland in 6. Leonard! Leonard turns. Oh, ridiculous! Leonard, head and shoulder fake, hangs, gets the bounce.
And a rousing ovation from the crowd. Incredible performance.
And that'll do it. It is a rare Game 1 victory for Toronto.
Kawhi, with 45 points tonight, you just became the second Raptor in team history to score 40-plus in a playoff game, Jordan and Vince. What does that accomplishment mean for you?
You know, it just shows how much hard work I put in, from year 1 to now. You know, if you know me, I'm more of a guy that's looking for, our team success, reaching the ultimate goal for my team. This is what happens, I guess, if you just stay focused and you want your team to win. But, that's all I'm focused on is winning.
What kind of mental boost does it give your team when you see guys like Kawhi and Pascal come out in the first quarter and be so dominant right off the bat?
I think it got us, kind of got the jitters out and stuff. I didn't think we were moving great at the start tonight. Again, it's a start of another big series, and we weren't pushing as hard as I would have liked, and we weren't cutting as hard as I would have liked, and those guys kind of bailed us out and kept us ticking over. Actually played enough offense to kind of get us a nice little lead there at the start. It was big to have those two guys step up and kind of jumpstart us.
All we did was do what we were supposed to do and protect home tonight, and we got to look at the film, see where we can continue to get better, and get back at it.
Big game up north tonight featuring the Sixers. Embiid missed this morning's shoot-around as he dealt with some stomach issues. There is Joel. getting ready for the game tonight. Again, listed as probable. We will have an update as the hour continues.
That's got to change here tonight.
Ball in the air. Toronto controls the tip. Leonard using the Ibaka screen. Jumper is pure. And he lost it. 3-on-1 developing. Lowry gives it up. Leonard! Turnover. Leak out. 3-on-1. Lowry maneuvers to the rim. Lowry. Oh, nutmeg! Simmons lost the ball. Green, a pull-up three. Got it! Here comes Siakam to Kawhi Leonard. The jumper. Get it inside. Gasol. Cutter. Leonard! Out front. Gets around it. Leonard on a kick. Siakam. Bottom. Raptors. Gasol, the drop step. Finds Siakam who lays it in. Leonard against Monroe. Rises up and hits a three.
Defense he's done, and this is where I think Toronto's got to take advantage off their defense.
Gasol fires. Got it. A three. Getting physical with Ennis. 9 to shoot. Leonard hangs. Gets it to go.
It's really interesting that they're able to hold on here.
Leonard gets the deuce. Siakam the push shot. Box out. Easy one. And the foul. Back out for Leonard. Siakam. Attack mode. Gets it to go. Simmons didn't bite. Leonard leans. Big shot goes.
Opportunity in transition.
25 for Butler. Siakam checks the feet. Drive and kick for Lowry. 3 on the way. He cans it. Leonard makes the quick move. Kick it out. Lowry. Yes!
Shot clock.
Siakam floats it up. No. Rebound. Siakam lays it in. Leonard gives it up. Green for the tie. Off the rim. Knocked around. Harris has got it for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris connects. 94-89 Philly. Baseball pass. Leonard short, and that's it. A major bounce back by the 76ers.
I think we, came out in a little mud, running slow in that first quarter. We picked it up second quarter a little bit. We just dug ourselves in a hole a little early. They did a good job bouncing back. You got to give them credit. They came out, play hard, pushed the pace a little bit, and they got the shooters the ball and they scored.
I'm proud of how we fought back into the game, how we competed. So we're going to make our adjustments and on to game 3.
They made some adjustments. I don't think we came out early, how we were supposed to, with urgency early in the game. But, give them credit.
They came out more aggressive than us. We didn't come out aggressive enough. We didn't come out, with a super sense of urgency. We didn't play well tonight, and they played really desperate and played super hard tonight, and they got a victory.
Didn't start out very good with flow, like rhythm, and I thought we were just a little stand around-ish and a little trying to play mismatches, a little more than just continuing to just play and let things come to us a little bit.
The desperation that the Sixers played with showed me something tonight. They showed me how badly they want to win this series.
Who needs game 3 more, Raptors or Sixers?
I'm going to say the Raptors. And the reason why I'm going to say the Raptors is obviously you don't have home court advantage. It was snatched from you in game 2. You want to immediately get it back. You don't want to continue to give the Philadelphia 76ers any momentum.
Look, the Sixers got a road split, so they took home court. They have to defend their home court now because they're the underdog. Most of us expect the Toronto Raptors to win this series. If Toronto goes to Philadelphia and grabs game 1 in Philly, game 3 overall, and swings it right back to them, Philly's sunk. They're not good enough to stay with Toronto. The Sixers, the pressure is on them. They're the team that needs game 3. Toronto can lose game 3 and still win this series in like 6 games.
More pressure in game 3, Sixers or Raptors?
No doubt about it, the Philadelphia 76ers. You can't win game 2 on the road and then give up home court advantage the next game.
I'm going with the Sixers on this one as well because for that very reason, you can't give up home court advantage that quickly.
Mr. Paul?
I think it's the Raptors. I mean, they gave up home court. They need to get it back. If they want to win this series, I don't know if they can win a couple games on the road in Philly.
Here's the crew chief with Jason Phillips and Trey Maddox. That's the officiating staff tonight. Leonard also a superb rebounder, pulls up and nails the 3.
He is not settling, staying aggressive and forcing the issue.
Kawhi Leonard, too strong. Siakam the rebound. Leonard to go. 2-pointer. Shots. Ibaka to the rim. The big question when they were deciding to make that acquisition to get him is Danny Green knocks down the game in this playoff run. Danny Green, one-on-one. Two old-time centers, and Gasol wins that battle. Lowry's hurt and is not getting up. Powell, corner three, that's good. Thing of beauty.
He doesn't have that much detail as Leonard with the left hand.
Lowry to Siakam. Good-looking floater from Pascal. All around first half. Leonard falling away. Got it. Kyle Lowry with a steal. Harris in pursuit. Lowry coming up on 2 minutes left. Nice feed. Lowry to Siakam. Leonard's jump shot is good. Monroe's in the game. Gasol. Nice move across the lane. Ennis trying to guard Kawhi Leonard. Quick spin, gets inside and throws it down. Great outlet. Gasol to Lowry. Touchdown down the other end. Off the turnover. Green throws it up to Siakam. Leonard, 6 to shoot. Kyle Lowry. Nice feed inside. Siakam the slam. Leonard, a little crossover. Sets up the three. Leonard with a steal. 3-on-1. Leonard, nice feed. Siakam throws it down. Kawhi Leonard, 6 to shoot. Looking for some room. Oh,
those guys that you mentioned, they're looking at it like, Mark Jackson has a point.
Philadelphia takes a 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 Eastern Conference semifinal.
How deep is Toronto really? When OJ Anunoby, it has an emergency appendectomy. When Fred VanVleet has been just terrible this series, and Serge Ibaka, who was having a resurgent year, is having a bad postseason. If the benches can play each other even, then it's all on Kawhi Leonard to be even more brilliant than he's been through 3 games. On the Toronto side, here's the other thing that's happened. A team that thrived this year without Kawhi Leonard. He missed 22 games with load management, and they were able to play well in those games. They now all of a sudden look like Cavs teams when LeBron goes to the bench in the years past. The on-court, off-court numbers see from the regular season play. Look at the offensive rating in the regular season without Kawhi. It's not as good as with, but it's 106.8. It's fine. First round, it drops to 77, and so far this round, it's 54. It's less than half of what it is with him on the court. He's got to be able to play moving forward in this series like LeBron would have to, 42 to 44 minutes a night. They have rested him up to this point in the season to prepare him for it. He is in the athletic prime of his career. He seems fully over that injury. Right now, at least in Game 4, which becomes basically a must-win game for Toronto, Nick Nurse needs to go into that game saying, we're going to rest Kawhi for 2 minutes at the end of the first quarter, 2 minutes at the end of the third quarter, and he's going the other 44 because Toronto doesn't have an answer offensively with him on the bench.
Last night, I think he played 36 minutes. I would try to bump that up between 37 to 40. I would be careful with the LeBron James as far as putting anyone in that 43 to 45 minute category.
And win Game 4, you can go back to a regular rotation, but Game 4 becomes a must-win game for Toronto.
Played his collegiate ball nearby at Villanova. And we are underway. He's had 10 points, 7 boards, 7 assists in the last game. Lowry. Siakam, dribble handoff to Kawhi Leonard. Rising up in the paint.
Embiid was underneath. They had a 2-on-1 under the basket.
Lowry with the runner in the paint. Good ball fake on Simmons. And Kawhi Leonard
saw as he took away the lane.
Ibaka on the break. Pass by Redick. Lowry on the break against Butler. Waited, and Ibaka with the finish.
Up an easy shot.
Leonard drives and kicks it out to Lowry. Another good closeout by the Sixers. Nice. Danny Green doesn't mind. His team up by 5.
Oh,
got free on the baseline and punches it. Leonard into the paint. Great fake. And goes under for the layup. Tied at 49. Stops for the three-pointer.
Pretty good distance.
8-0 run for Philadelphia. Kyle Lowry. Leonard. This is the time of the year that he's been waiting for. Kawhi Leonard. Lowry. Good look underneath. And Siakam. Boy, a contact. Leonard got open. They refused to pick him up. Lead up to 4. Gasol.
Remember now, Lowry got off to a great start in that first quarter.
Leonard against Scott. Kicks it out to Gasol. Got a clean look.
Oh, no.
Good ball fake. Passes to Ibaka. Wide open. Embiid got picked off. Butler picked up Leonard. Embiid switches. Fires a long one. Harris the 3. Missing, and the Raptors in control now.
with just under 40 seconds. Yeah, time's going to run out, though, on the 76ers as the Raptors bounce back to win Game 4 to even the series at 2 games apiece.
Kawhi Leonard's been the best player in these NBA playoffs, and that's no disrespect to Kevin Durant or Damian Lillard or James Harden or Giannis. On a net rating basis, they're averaging plus 7.5 when he's out there, minus 49 when he's not. They are just getting annihilated every minute he's on the bench. Kawhi willed them to the win. He's been spectacular. The only reason this series is tied and not 4-0 Philly is because of the individual will of Kawhi Leonard through 4 games.
The Raptors are back in control of this series. I believe we're going to have a 7-game series. I believe they will win Game 5.
This series will go as far as Joel's stomach or knees can take him. He's got one big-time game in him every 10 days. And after that, he's going to be useless. Yesterday, he was useless. He was the equivalent of the Walking Dead. It looked like he was walking through the game in mud.
The Sixers got to step up. I promise you this. I think they'll lose tonight. I think we go in 7. But if I'm wrong and the Raptors lose tonight, they ain't going back to Canada for a Game 7. Sixers going to close them out Thursday night at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia if they win tonight.
A game that saw 11 ties, 10 lead changes.
Made some of that.
Lowry jams it. Scott saw some time at center the other day. Nobody is home, and Lowry to the corner. Siakam got it. It's called on Norm Powell. Siakam lines it up. Bottom. Knocked to the outside, controlled by Powell. Van Vliet is in. Got a 3. Embiid. Powell gives it up. Leonard. Big finish. For Philadelphia. 1 second difference. Shot clock to game clock. Leonard.
Shoot off a good offensive execution.
Ibaka, the fake. Gasol. Monroe returning for Philadelphia. Green fires. Connects. To the corner. Ibaka. Long strides.
Back into it.
Off of the made basket. Leonard. Kick. Green. Got it. Long rebound to Green. He'll fire. Got it. Leonard makes his move. Oh! That's a man's jam! They have cut just 1 point off the halftime lead. Danny Green. Gasol. The lead pass to Siakam. Toronto has built the lead up to 24. Gasol.
For the Sixers in this game.
Just the 5th shot of the night. Oh, Leonard! 32-28 off the boards. Lowry! A chance for 4. Gasol pops. And hits.
Just have not been able to find a rhythm thus far against Toronto.
Powell, a 3.
Team's second chance points. They got 36 points in the paint to go along with it. Jeremy Lamb.
It's barrage anywhere. Any continent. Powell! A Toronto rout to take a 3-2 lead in the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Raptors dominate the 76ers.
Nick, what happened to the Philadelphia 76ers last night?
We had talked up to this point in the series. It had been Kawhi doing his job and his teammates not helping him out. Last night, Kawhi was actually somewhat inefficient, but his teammates were exceptional.
Finally.
In Game 5, his teammates accounted for 104 points. They'd been averaging 60. The other Raptors did their job. The other Raptors looked like the team that was 17-5 during the season in the 22 games Kawhi missed.
Game 6, Raptors-Sixers. I need the key player in this elimination game. I'll start with Paul.
Easy, Kyle Lowry. You got to give me at least 15, 16 tonight for them to win on the road.
Johns?
I'm going to go Jimmy Butler.
Mr. Rose.
I'm going with Joel Embiid. He was second team All-NBA on my ballot. He's been invisible in 4 to 5 games this series and hasn't scored 16 points in either of those 4 games.
Game 6 coming up next.
Who you got winning?
Philly.
I got Philly tonight. I got Toronto.
Philly. Crew chief working with John Goldman and Tom Washington tonight. Here's Lowry and the former Villanova Wildcats. Siakam open again, and this time he knocks it down. Siakam driving on Embiid, and what a shot. Butler defending Leonard. 2 excellent two-way players, and Leonard wins that assist. 1 rebound. And he's got 2 fouls that he's playing with as Leonard. 8 points. They move it around off that initial double, and great look by Gasol. Leonard off the Ibaka screen. Hesitates. Oh, what a feed to Ibaka for the slam. Leonard just snatches it out of the air with his left hand. Good by Leonard. Lowry, great save as he was falling. Leonard takes it all the way for the slam.
Keep possession, but I think this ball went off him.
Here's Green, and he drills a three. Last year shot 22% from three, 37% this year, and that one goes. Simmons with a timer now at three. Goes into the paint, hangs, and finishes. They're charged with defending Lowry. Simmons stays on Leonard. Lowry gets airspace. Game 6. Leonard keeps the dribble. Siakam at the foul line. Last games as members of the Sixers as Leonard takes it to the rim. Push it. They've got numbers. Lowry. Here's Green for three. It's good. Just lead of the night for Philadelphia. Leonard feeds a cutting Siakam. Meanwhile, you've got Mike Scott with 11 off the bench for Philly. Ennis has had a really good night. The way this series has gone, when it was 2-1 Philly, it looked like the Sixers were on their way.
Thanks.
Lowry's three is good. His rookie year, when he was healthy, he was phenomenal, and then he gets hurt. So his 8 assists and 6 rebounds. He hasn't missed a free throw in this game, and he's taken good shots. Miller in the lane. Nice move with the layup. And a well-deserved standing ovation from the Philly faithful. They force Game 7.
Sixers were on the brink of elimination last night, but they stepped up big time against the Raptors. Philly got huge contributions from all 3 of their stars. Game 7 will be Sunday back in Toronto. Shannon, who you got? Who wins Game 7?
I'm going to take Toronto. I believe this is the reason why you fight so hard in order to get home court throughout the playoffs. If it were to go a Game 7, you must feel very comfortable that having that game in your building. Toronto with Kawhi. And they have a lot of guys that have Game 7 experience, and I think that's going to come in. Kawhi, you know, in the NBA Finals, Danny Green's been in Game 7. Marc Gasol has been in some Game 7. So I like Toronto to win that game, Game 7, and move on to face the Milwaukee Bucks.
I picked the Sixers going in. I'm sticking with the Sixers in Game 7. I do not trust number 2 in the biggest situations. If this game is close into the fourth quarter, as I think it will be, number 2 will fade. To me, the Raptors at heart are still the Raptors. The new DeMar DeRozan is number 2. Now it's he the North, and we'll see how he responds.
If Toronto doesn't win this game, I think Kawhi Leonard is definitely gone. So it's going to be real interesting to see how his supporting cast shows up, because you know those brothers want him to stay in Toronto.
Who do you got Game 7?
Well, you guys know I picked Toronto in 6, but I'm going to stay with them in 7.
I'm taking Toronto with you, Chris.
The Sixers are going to win this game.
In the NBA Finals, and Jason Phillips in his 92nd playoff game defends on the perimeter. Wow! For Ernie Champagne the other way with a try. It's Gasol, puts up that shot and knocks it down.
For Philly to answer now, the roles reversed. They got to get something here from Toronto.
Little pass inside, Ibaka finds the curling. Rebound, Lowry again. Ibaka, 3, Leonard. Shot clock at 5, they're trailing Leonard into the paint. Hands off Gasol. Ibaka has 3 rebounds. The other way, the dive, Lowry. Ibaka.
Got to punish them inside. We've got matchups that we like as Marc Gasol. Siakam is just reluctant to shoot the basketball right now. And I tell you what,
Wow. Philly a couple nights ago. Leonard making his move. Simmons defending, puts on the brakes. Shot clock at 3. Lowry. Oh, what a shot! Gasol the offensive rebound. Leonard with a 3. And shooting at 43%. Raptors at 36%. Leonard. Here comes Kawhi Leonard as the defensive Simmons right there and takes an off-balance shot. And Siakam tonight has 9. 3. Leonard. Good! Stolen by Lowry. 2-on-1. Siakam. Leonard. Redick the foul.
But if he gets the opportunity to take it.
Short 2-point game. Here comes Butler. Driving layup is caught. Is this the dagger? Game. Series. Toronto has won.
41 points for Kawhi Leonard and the game winner that bounced 4 times and fell in, and the Raptors are in the Eastern Conference Finals to face Milwaukee.
Can you take us through the final shot? Can you just take us through your thinking on that final play?
Just trying to get to a space so I get the shot off, like you said, and B was guarding me. And I just knew I had to shoot it high, and end up getting a soft touch and going in. I knew it was Game 7, and I just wanted to go out and leave it all on the floor.
The Raptors advance into the Eastern Conference Finals with a buzzer beater against the Philadelphia 76ers. This now, though,
This is awesome.
is the most watched NBA game in Canada. 2.2 million viewers on average, but at any given point, 5.8 million Canadians watched this game. Crazy numbers.
I was going to say 1 million of those were just from Devo. So, and all of us here on repeat. It was pretty cool.
The Toronto Raptors are going to the Eastern Conference Finals courtesy of a 92-90 victory over the Philadelphia 76ers in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. Right now, when you look at Kawhi Leonard, my God, is there a difference between him and DeMar DeRozan? We can understand why Masai Ujiri elected to make that trade, knowing that Kawhi Leonard could potentially be and likely be a one-year rental. Toronto's about to go against Milwaukee. The Greek Freak against Kawhi Leonard. 2 of the top 4 players on the planet Earth going up against one another right now. Off the top, I think that Milwaukee wins this series in 6 games.
Who will come out on top in this series, Stephen A?
Milwaukee.
I trust the supporting cast in big moments a little better on Milwaukee, and I think the Freak is just, it's his time, and he has a little bit better of a team. I like Milwaukee.
The Eastern Conference Finals have arrived on the mean streets of Milwaukee. Chuck, what does this series come down to in your mind?
Can Kawhi get any help? I think the Milwaukee Bucks have a better supporting cast, even though I love Toronto. But those guys did not show up in Game 7 against Philly. Kawhi's going to do his thing. Giannis going to do his thing also. To me, it's going to be about the supporting cast. That's why I have the Bucks taking this thing.
I do think home court advantage will be the difference because the teams are so evenly matched. Not starting this series in the North and starting it in your hometown, the mean streets. And I think that will be the difference in this series.
And up the guards, Middleton and Bledsoe, the official, Zach Sarver.
Absolutely. Look how long they are.
Lowry fires for 3 and knocks it down. Ordinary playoff run, averaging just under 32. Here's Gasol for 3.
Now for Milwaukee.
Nice pass work.
Freeze can kill my defense inside and score in the paint.
And Kawhi Leonard right back.
He's been watching too much Giannis highlights.
Siakam got the step and stuffs. Ibaka. And that will count. 7-8 players, most of the playoff. Here's Norman Powell came on. Lowry for 3. Gasol wide open for 3. Yes. Catch and shoot for Siakam. Green keeps it alive for Leonard. At the foul line. Here's the lead pass. Lowry was hanging. Lowry with the bucket. And the pass deflected. Here's Leonard ahead of the field. Chased by Middleton. And here's Lowry for 3. Pair of stress fracture in his left foot. So obviously out for the 4-point game. Siakam fires. Yes! And Fleet. Lowry wide open for 3. Back in April of 2015. The steal by Lowry, what a play. And Lowry takes the distance.
Toronto in the half court, that pace is slowed down. Not getting the looks, but Lowry.
Another 3 for Kyle Lowry. Lopez for 3. Yes! High minutes for all the starters. And that will do it.
The Raptors were in position all game to win this basketball game and take the early lead. And
to steal game one, a home court advantage, and the Bucks found a way in the fourth. What was the key to the game for you, Stephen A?
Well, to me, the key to the game was Brook Lopez. He played an outstanding game. He finished with 29 points, hit about 4 3-pointers, including a key 3 late in the game. I think the thing that you've got to look at peeling from tonight's game is what shot can Toronto possibly have after losing this particular game? Kawhi gives you another 30-plus. He finished with 31. Kyle Lowry, notorious for struggling come playoff time because of his miniature stature, drops 30, and you still lose. Milwaukee shot 25% from three-point range. They struggled miserably in the first half, and they still won. That should spell trouble for you if you're the Toronto Raptors, and it certainly does spell trouble.
Kyle Lowry did his part with 30 points last night. How are the Bucks able to win this game?
The supporting cast. And they got plenty of help from their supporting cast. Toronto obviously got none. They had 12 points total off the bench. Malcolm Brogdon by himself had 15 for Milwaukee. Toronto was fatigued. 4 of their 5 starters played 40 minutes or more. Giannis led the Bucks with 37 minutes. The depth is huge. And I don't think, look, it's hard to take Kawhi out, because they took him out for 2.5 minutes to start the fourth and were outscored 8-0. Nick Nurse has got to find a way to do a better job of staggering Kawhi's minutes early on. You got to find some time in those first 3 quarters to give him some rest, because Kawhi is not used to playing these types of minutes. He averaged 34 minutes in the regular season, sat out 22 games for rest. Now he's playing 40 minutes a game in the playoffs. He got fatigued. That's the only way I can explain his struggles in the fourth quarter, and I think as a team they were fatigued.
Fourth quarter of game one, 32-17. The Bucks outscore the Raptors, and the offensive numbers were staggering. Kyle Lowry had 14. The rest of the team had 3 on 0 of 15 shooting. Still in all, Milwaukee won game one. Giannis didn't have a monster game. This guy came out of nowhere with 29 points.
The Bucks with Giannis, Nikola Mirotic, Brook Lopez, and in the backcourt, Chris Middleton. Here's Green for 3, side. Leonard is on it. Bucks are back. Leonard right down the lane. Foul on Mirotic. Here's Leonard putting a move on Iosala, who just came on.
Toronto's going to have to play small here.
Here's Gasol, and he hits. Shoot the 3 well in game one despite the victory. Ibaka, feet. This past season, as Ibaka is able to hit.
No surprise for Milwaukee.
Here is Lowry on a nice fadeaway. They double up on him. Now he finds some space and hits. Leonard, step back against Brogdon and knocks it down. Siakam. Rebound Leonard. It counts. First field goal. Gasol. Green for 3. Yes.
Wow.
Nice move by Leonard. Leonard picked up on a switch by Lopez, who fouls him. But Steve Kerr with all the ups and downs of the Warriors, but he'd never get it
in the fourth. And he tired Kawhi Leonard.
Here's Powell on the drive. It's down to 18. Leonard gets it off and counts.
Got numbers.
Van Vliet. High off glass.
3rd game back.
And he's played well in all 3. Here's Powell for 3. There's Jody Meeks. Gets it away and scores.
The deficit.
Yeah, we just didn't get enough stops. I think we can be better defensively.
This is Lowry drilling a 3.
Because I'm going to need you to take shots in a loud arena. I'm going to need you to play with confidence.
And they are 2 games away from the NBA Finals.
Milwaukee won the first 2 games of this series. And Canada, do the Raptors need a win in game 3. The Eastern Conference Finals continuing here on TNT. And in Jurassic Park, Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks holding serve in the first 2. Now what will be the answer from Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors?
Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if the Raptors gonna win tonight here, somebody say, oh yeah, say we the North.
Listen, when you're down 2-0 and come home, you know you got to come out like gangbusters. You got to get your crowd in the game. Listen, anybody knows anything about basketball, you cannot come back from 3-0. That's the reason it's never happened. So So all hands are on deck tonight.
8-point win in game 1, 22-point win in game 2, and now it's game 3 here in Toronto. Raptors trying to get on the board, and the tip at the top of the hour here on TNT. Stay the same as you'd expect. Giannis up front with Mirotic and Lopez.
Checking Giannis. Let's see how that wears on him late in the game.
Gasol knocks down his first. Siakam met on a switch by Lopez. Here's Gasol for 3. 15 count. Here's Leonard ahead of the field. To keep it alive. They reset to 14. And Lowry for 3. Yes.
Back from double digits in these playoffs.
Off the collision, an open shot for Leonard. Ibaka for 3. During the regular campaign, here's Siakam off a double. Down 2-zip. Siakam for 3. Gasol changed his mind. Siakam for 3. Lowry using the pick. Lowry for 3. Yes. 5 apiece on Siakam. And Leonard. Raptors with only one score the last 5.5 minutes. Van Fleet hits.
Gotta go double.
Leonard. Yes. Brings composure to the team. Here's Green. Yes. Here is Kawhi. Yes.
Get ready for the next one.
Gasol hits downtown. Here comes Leonard. Mirotic back. Leonard all the way and puts it down. Leonard with the steal. And Leonard puts it in. Lopez to the ball. It's rejected by Siakam. Leonard with a beautiful move and scoring. Lopez into the backcourt. It's a violation of his Eastern Conference Final Series. Bucks now lead it 2-1. It's a thriller here tonight. On Sunday night, here's Lowry for 3.
Toronto went into a quasi-zone to try to frustrate Antetokounmpo.
Gasol struggled his first 2 games. Gasol again with room for 3. Perhaps his best ever playoff game. 30 points, 7 rebounds, 7 3.
On the island, one-on-one.
Powell for 3. Yes. On the rebound. Powell right by Mirotic for the layup. Powell is off. Green. Shot blocked. Ibaka is there.
Oh, nice.
Kawhi for the wide open Ibaka.
Aggressive going to the paint.
Siakam with the reverse. And Fleet is open for 3. Yes. And the craziness that goes on a regular basis. Gasol with a nice pass and Leonard.
Defensive man from the corner, wide open.
Lowry on the run. To the trail of Siakam, he scores. Lowry, Gasol triple team, got it to Siakam. Triple team of Leonard. Open shot for Powell, yes. Checking out the telecast. Powell again. Fires for 3. Oh, he hits those glass. Van Fleet with the step. And score. Bucks turn it over. Powell on the drive, eluding Connaughton.
In that double overtime win in game 3.
Lowry from the wing.
Saw such a great passer. You can take time off the clock.
Leonard, yes. There's 4 remaining in the 4th. Lowry on the drive. It's all even at 2-2. Raptors take 2 here in Toronto. It was earlier tonight during our pregame show, and now those fans here at Jurassic Park who appreciated it then really appreciate it now because the series is tied at 2 games apiece. We are guaranteed a return this weekend to Toronto.
Wow.
And the "We the North" chant.
Are you not entertained, Canada? Great for this city. It's up for grabs now, fellas.
120-102. Toronto takes game 4, tying the series at 2 games apiece on Thursday night.
in Milwaukee. The tie will be broken.
Sterling Brown was the starter, then Nikola Mirotic took over, but now it's Brogdon. Missed his first 7 shots in his 5th game back. George Hill also checking in. Here's Kawhi. Yes. Leonard somehow squeezes inside, scores. Shooting 2 of 3 on 3-pointers. Here's Powell for 3. Yes. Mirotic fires it out. Van Vliet. Yes. 18 advantage with 2.5 to go here in the first. Powell. Oh, what a move. Looking off the steal. Siakam for Leonard, and he stuffs. Robin was here for a couple of the games, and Lowry comes right back and makes the turn. Siakam for 3.
You know, Fred Van Vliet, especially when he gets that switch, got to be aggressive.
Well, Lowry is all right when he's on the floor. Here is Van Vliet.
There you go.
Here's Powell. Van Vliet for 3 again in Toronto. Lowry, nice pass, Kevin Durant. Here's Leonard for 3. Yes. Van Vliet for 3 again.
To take Lopez off the dribble, he has an advantage.
Here's Leonard for 3. Yes.
And now you have Marc wide open at the top as well.
Here's the step back. Yes, again. 3 on 2 for Toronto. Here's Powell. Siakam.
Gonna have to make a 3.
All right, here is a 3 attempt. Yes. Van Vliet for 3 again. Lowry run into. Here's Siakam. 35 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, and Toronto has taken a 3 games to 2 lead. Josh Chibbett, and in the replay center, Zach Zarba.
Season, he felt that emotionally this team hung their hat too much on emotion.
At this end, here's Van Vliet for 3. Yes. Kicks it out. Nice return pass, and he's knocked it. Leonard off the double, finds Van Vliet for 3. As they look to tie up this series at 3 apiece. Kyle Lowry pulls it back, and Ilyasova shoots the 3. Oh, what a shot. Powell passed on a 3 and takes to the rim. There's Powell for 3.
He got the switch that he wanted.
Lowry underneath. He's blocked it. Van Vliet with the rebound 3. With the steal. He has Giannis behind him. Gets to Leonard. He stops. Half remaining in the 4th. Lowry with a nice move. And he scores. Gasol open for 3. Yes. Finds Leonard for 3. Yes. He got the hot. Leonard on the drive. Leonard on the phone. Gets it into Siakam, and he lays it home.
He was fouled before.
He hits 1 of 2, and it's grabbed by Leonard. For the first time, we're just 2 games behind the Milwaukee Bucks in the regular season to celebrate.
Congratulations to the 2019 Eastern Conference champions, Toronto Raptors.
We're not satisfied because we want to win the championship. We want to win in Toronto, and we will win in Toronto.
You guys have been the best team in the Eastern Conference over the last 6 years. If you take cumulative playoffs, you weren't able to break through. What does it mean to you, the guy that's been here the whole time, to finally break through? How much are you savoring this?
It means a lot. It's taken a long time to get here in my career, 13 years, 7 years here. Ran into one guy for a while, and, we were given an opportunity, he left, and we beat a really good team in Milwaukee. For me, I'm savoring the moment, but, I'm not satisfied. Our goal is to win the NBA championship.
Kawhi, Dan Wecke with the Los Angeles Times. It's been 5 years since you've been back to the NBA Finals. What does it mean to you to get back to that stage?
It's great. I worked so hard to get to this point with the season I had last year. Ended up coming here with a great group of guys, a lot of talent. And then I just, strived with them every day. I bought into their system. And, Kyle helped me a lot with my transition on the court and off the court. All that hard work just put together, and then, now we're here. And it's exciting. I mean, we're in the finals, and we're not done yet.
I'm so happy to be in Toronto for the finals. It's a great city. If you don't know what it's like to be at a Raptors playoff game and you haven't watched it, you're going to see tonight. It's going to be a special night here.
Yeah. Stephen A's taking the Dubs in 6. Max is taking Toronto in 6.
So here's why it's difficult to make a prediction.
Yeah.
Because I think that this is the most challenging defense that the Warriors have faced in their 5-year run. The Raptors they start 2 different guys who are Defensive Player of the Year, Gasol and Kawhi. They got a whole bunch of guys who've got experience, who've been on all defensive teams, and that is why I think, especially without Durant, the Raptors have a shot. But if the Warriors come out tonight and just run their split cuts and blow the Raptors' defense away, to me, that's what I got to watch. And until I see it, I really honestly don't know how the series is going to go.
My problem is that I've seen the Golden State Warriors with people draped all over them, just lighting it up.
Raining
because
threes.
Obviously the Raptors are a huge threat. They are no joke. Defensively, I think they're elite, no question. When you're talking about Steph Curry, you are talking about the greatest shooter we have ever seen. In Klay Thompson, a legitimate argument could be made. This is one of the top 5 shooters in the history of basketball. We call them that because when they get on fire, it don't matter who's on them. They launch and it drops. That's what I'm talking about. As great as Toronto's defense is, Milwaukee had a lot of open shots. Golden State ain't missing no shots.
One thing
I'm saying.
I'm picking Toronto to win this series. And I'm picking them to win the first game.
Why? Why are you picking Toronto?
Because KD is injured. Because Boogie's injured. The Toronto Raptors are going to win game 1. I saw KD limp into the plane.
KD ain't playing in this series.
Correct. So say the Raptors get up 2 games, and then all of a sudden you want to bring back KD. You don't think that's pressure on him to come back from an injury and get a must-win game? I'm a person that doesn't believe this Warriors team that doesn't have the depth that they used to have will win a championship this year without KD.
That was Jalen. Toronto struggles to score the basketball.
Yeah.
Do you think they score in the 120s against the Warriors?
Ryan, your suit is better than your argument.
And we're down to the last 2 for the NBA title. To the mismatch. Siakam trying to take advantage. Danny Green, no hesitation from 3-point range. That's 17%. Kawhi Leonard back out to Siakam. Gasol hesitates, now sets, and nails it. Lowry drives past Looney, gets inside and back. Siakam wide open. And here comes Van Fleet, throws it ahead to Ibaka. Kicks it back out, McCaw. Van Fleet gets a good look. That's good. Lowry finds Pascal Siakam. Nails the 3-pointer. Leonard drives inside, layup, banks it home, and the foul. Danny Green, contested 3 is good. Running the floor, Siakam back to Leonard. And gets the roll. Contact again, had the shot blocked. Here comes Siakam, sidestep, layup is good. Leonard lets it fly for 3. 3 to shoot. McCaw gets a good look, hits the 3. Van Fleet goes right at Jerebko. Tough shot. Oh! Lowry nearly trips. Throws it ahead. Siakam running the floor, and he lays it in. Siakam flips it up and banks it home. Siakam pushing the pace. Danny Green. Bang! Searching for some room. Looney comes out on him. Leonard shoots over him and knocks down the 3. Leonard sees the double team. Marc Gasol's jump shot. Got it. Gonna have to hoist it up. That's a 2-pointer. Oh, he banks it in! Siakam makes his move, drives, off balance, shot missed, rebound, tipped up and in! Lowry for 3. Bang! And the franchise's first appearance in the NBA Finals get the victory here in Game 1.
The whole key to this series is, does Kawhi have a reliable crime partner? A guy who can play at all-star level? But the answer may be, no, he doesn't have that. But Kawhi has so many above-average players, ascending players like Siakam, like Marc Gasol, Kyle Lowry, who we've seen play at all-star level until it matters most, but nevertheless, we know what his upside is. Danny Green's been there before. Norman Powell was playing well in the last series, and Danny Green wasn't. Ibaka's been there before. Kawhi doesn't need Siakam to go 14 for 17 every night. He just needs one or two of those guys to play well as they're devoting the whole defense to Kawhi, and they're going to win this series.
I have 3 words for all of you guys. I told you.
Not me. I picked them.
When I was on the show with Ryan Hollins, you were still on the fence. No. He picked the Golden State Warriors, yes, and I wrote down the words you said, specifically stated before Game 1. Let me tell you what we knew before Game 1, that Kevin Durant was injured. We also knew before Game 1, Andre Iguodala was returning from an injury. We did not know if Boogie Cousins was even going to play. They're not beating the Toronto Raptors with those dynamics in play. It ain't happening. This is a deep basketball team. Fred VanVleet, he came in and he even played well. So now all of a sudden you're firing on all cylinders. The Golden State Warriors are shorthanded and they're just being outplayed.
If Andre Iguodala is healthy, I'm standing here to you right now and I'm saying to you, they're still going to beat Toronto. But I don't think that's going to happen. That's what I'm saying.
I got to remind you guys of something. He was playing last night, and they still lost.
Let's keep in mind here. Let's keep in mind that the Golden State Warriors, their A game didn't show up last night. And I'm like, you were right there.
They need punch on the floor.
Still without Kevin Durant to make himself into this terrific player. Tell you what, his dad would be extremely proud, and his family. Nice pass ahead from Gasol. VanVleet to Siakam. Oh! VanVleet to the rim. Bank shot is good. Thompson's able to recover. Siakam, nice spin move. Banks it home.
Top-end talent is great, but the depth isn't even close.
VanVleet. 5 to shoot. Pass inside. Gasol banks it home. And gets the offensive rebound. Back to Lowry. That's a 3. Either Curry or Thompson, which is a tough task. Powell gets inside. Klay Thompson on him. Jerebko comes to help. Leonard's left open. Count it and 1. Leonard back to Gasol. Lays it up and in. Stolen by VanVleet. One man to beat. VanVleet to the basket. Lays it in. And defensively dominated. Gasol. VanVleet for 3. Finally.
Definitely be hurt because they went to Bogut.
As Leonard puts it in. Bad pass from Green. Stolen by Powell. Siakam soars and scores. Powell finds some room and throws it up and in. Danny Green launches a 3. It's good.
Klay Thompson's hurt.
They're trying to say call time Golden State. They can't though as Ibaka.
Trying to draw a foul. Spreads his legs and lands awkwardly.
Harassed by Green. Foul. Shot's good and 1. Rebound tip. VanVleet gets it but can't. Oh, it goes in. Misses. Siakam the rebound. Green for 3. Bang! Back to Iguodala. Iguodala puts it up. It's good. Andre Iguodala. Danny Green puts up another 3. Shot won't go. That'll do it. Golden State has tied the finals.
Who wins tonight?
The Toronto Raptors win tonight. If you had KD available, you win the series. Obviously, duh, you're the best team by far if you're healthy. But you ain't have KD. And you're not going to have Klay Thompson? No. Raptors going to win Game 3.
I'm going with the Warriors to win it. I'm going with the Warriors. I'm going to be a believer in the Oracle. I'm going to be a believer in that proverbial 6th or 12th man. I'm going to be a believer in the fact that the Golden State Warriors, the reigning, the defending, 2-time NBA champions in their house. This is the last time the Golden State Warriors are going to be playing in that building. I think that's a lot to ask the Toronto Raptors to overcome.
Well, they have championship pedigree. They have 3 All-Stars on the floor.
Without being at Oracle, Danny Green quickly fires and hits the 3-pointer. Gasol backing in, using his strength, gets inside. There's a good Siakam posting up Sean Livingston. Nice move. Danny Green wide open. His first foul was on him, not Cook. Gasol gets it, drives down a lane. Leonard gets away from Bell. Oh, and throws it down with a foul. Danny Green, head fake, three-pointer is good. Lowry gets inside. Van Vliet, the three-pointer is good. Now Iguodala switches back. Lowry, three-pointer from Kyle Lowry. Leonard, three Warriors around him, leaving Lowry open, and he drills the three. Side to Ibaka. Lowry for three, knocks it down. Lowry. Leonard running the floor and lays it up and in. Leonard for three, knocks it down. Gasol, Lowry, three-pointer, another for Kyle Lowry. Cook is back in the game guarding Van Vliet. Van Vliet finds a spot and hits a three. Leonard, no hesitation, line drive against Golden State. Third on Green. Danny Green answers. Leonard pushing the pace, kicks it out. Danny Green puts it in, and Leonard able to save it. Danny Green for three. Bang! Ibaka broke it up. Van Vliet. Siakam with the flush. Lowry for three. It's good. Lowry looking inside the Gasol. Spins. Shot is good. Trying to split. Almost travel. Van Vliet throws it up. Oh, he puts it in! Although the fight in Golden State as Gasol knocks down the three. Another big road win for Toronto, and they win at Oracle Arena to take a 2-1 lead.
If the Warriors get KD back, you said at 70% they win the series. I think I agree with you. KD, you get him back at just most of what he is. You're going to be favored to win the whole thing, even down a game. I agree with you about KD's injury. I'd be shocked if he plays in this series at all. As the broadcast, they pointed it out at the time, he looked back like he got kicked in that area, which is exactly how people who tear their Achilles usually react. I'll tell you the truth, Klay's injury maybe looked worse to me. The way Klay came down and was trying to move that leg, he was limping. Klay, just in terms of the way he looked and Klay's a tough guy. The way he looked when he was dragging himself off that court like on a pogo stick. These guys are in trouble. These guys are in injury trouble, and Looney didn't play. They're in trouble.
Game 4, 51% of our First Take fans said they think the Raptors are going to win. I want your pick. Stephen A., who you got tonight?
I'm going with the Warriors. I'm going down with the ship.
There you go.
Max, what about you?
Raptors.
Even with Klay coming back.
More emotional for the Warriors and their fans knowing that this is the final season at this building. Lowry throws it up. Lowry looked like he had a layup there. They swing it, and Leonard answers with a three. Leonard turns, shoots, and scores. But his team down by 11. Hits again! Ibaka steps back, hand in his face. Bounds for the Warriors. Van Vliet to the rim with his offhand. Siakam with a finish. Iguodala gets up into Leonard. There's the double. Nice extra pass.
Well, I think they want to get more speed on the floor.
11-4. Only 4 to Toronto. Leonard knocks down another. 5 left on the shot clock. Van Vliet, long distance. That's good. Van Vliet, Gasol gets a wide open look for three and drills it. Game 3. Now he'll try a three. Knocks it down. Serge Ibaka. Van Vliet to Ibaka. Drives down a lane. Leonard, pull-up jumper. Puts it in. Kawhi Leonard. Van Vliet, Leonard jumper, got it! Such poise here in this hostile arena. Leonard, open three, knocks it down! Leonard, Danny Green, three-pointer, it's good! Leonard doubled, finds Ibaka. Ibaka to Lowry, back to Ibaka for the slam! Lowry slides it into Siakam for the layup! Bogut gets his hands on it, back to Siakam. Two-pointer, it's good! Here at Oracle Arena. Lowry to the basket, lays it up and in.
Nonsense prior to these two games.
Siakam throws it up and in. A lot of the fans chanting. Again, they are well aware this could be the last game at Oracle.
Serge Ibaka certainly did have a great game. Ibaka had more points in this Game 4 than he did in the series coming into the night, and obviously he shot it really, really well. What was so different in your estimation being there in the building about Ibaka tonight?
Well, I just think that Ibaka, first of all, he got his confidence from Game 3 when he had 6 blocks. Plus, he's a big boy. He's got a nice mid-range game to him, a little hook shot here and there as well. You're the Golden State Warriors. You've got one last hope. and that hope is Kevin Durant. You got to hope and pray that he comes back, which I believe he will.
You expect the Raptors to win tonight, end the series, and win the championship tonight at home?
I do expect the Toronto Raptors to win the night on their home floor and win the championship.
This was the day he targeted. His team has put him in position to make history if they can come back. Ibaka trying to stay with Durant, knocks it away, and Durant slipping. And Durant grabbing that right leg. Leonard throws it inside, Siakam. Van Fleet, corner three. That's good. Siakam goes right at Iguodala. Layup, count it, and the foul. Fakes, drives. One on the shot clock. Van Fleet, one dribble. Gets the three. Lowry on the drive. Gets inside, stops, and banks it home. Lowry wants to take Cousins. Drives inside. Layup, he banks it home. Ibaka knocks down another. Shooting just tremendous. Lowry stops. Cousins can't stop as well. Another switch. Lowry for three. Puts it in. Lowry drives past Thompson. Inside. Ibaka with the slam. Over and blocking that layup attempt. Green for three. Won't go. Leonard the rebound. Back up and in. Leonard for three. Bang! Raptors lead. Leonard drives, pulls up, banks it home. Leonard's going to try another one. Puts it in! Kawhi Leonard! Leonard to the rim, pull-up jumper, got it! Kawhi Leonard taking over. Finds Thompson. Thompson finds an opening, three-pointers up, it's good! Curry gets a look, fires away, ties the game! Iguodala back out to Green. Thompson, one fake, one dribble, one shot, got it! Lowry fakes. Lowry drives, layup, blocked by Cousins, but a goaltend. Offensive foul called. Van Fleet kicks it out, Lowry. Lowry for the win, won't go, and there'll be a game 6 in Oakland.
Nick Nurse is the reason the Raptors lost last night. I have a lot of respect for Nick Nurse and the job that he's done. It's just that last night, I found myself at the end of the game looking at him. It is 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in the game. Kawhi Leonard has gone ballistic. He scored 10 straight. He looks absolutely unstoppable. They got a 103-97 lead. Nick Nurse, 23 seconds left later, decides to call a timeout and disrupts Kawhi Leonard and the offense. Not only does he do that, but Steph Curry and Klay Thompson look absolutely positively gassed. He gives them the break. They come out. Kawhi Leonard drains it. Klay Thompson drains a three. Steph Curry drains another three. Klay Thompson drains another three. The last 3 minutes and 28 seconds of the fourth quarter of a closeout NBA Finals with a championship on the line, the Toronto Raptors gave you 2 points. And that was on a goaltending play by DeMarcus Cousins. You lost your rhythm, you lost your flow, you lost your momentum because of an unnecessary timeout that was called. If any team was ever suited to ride an adrenaline, it was the Toronto Raptors, because you were about to win the chip.
When we saw Kawhi, when you look at the play and Kawhi turns around, he does an about face like, what'd you just do? Stephen A., if the Raptors don't win one of these next 2 games, you will hear about the 3-minute timeout for eternity.
Last game at Oracle ain't going to make a difference. The Raptors will beat the Warriors to close this Oracle.
Knowing that there is a game 7 to fall back on in Toronto, knowing this is the last game at the Oracle, you have any idea how many calls the Golden State Warriors are going to get tonight? Toronto Raptors are going to have to play lights out, or there is simply no way in hell they are going to win this game, because every call that can go against them will. This is what it comes down to. They are going to win this game because they're going to receive a whole lot of help.
They want to send this arena home with a great performance. Ibaka kicks it out. Siakam's wide open. Powell, Lowry, Van Fleet, three-pointer. Got it. Taking 5 shots here in the first half. Lowry to Ibaka. Siakam to Leonard. Leonard, quick release. Gasol the rebound out to Leonard. Leonard, good look. He hits a three.
To finish around the rim, Cousins is finishing well.
Leonard finishes. Serge Ibaka. Inside pass. Leonard. Leonard, count it. Van Fleet using a screen. Three-pointer. Oh, Van Fleet again. He would have kept dribbling without a layup. Van Fleet. Bang! Van complete. Gets a wide open look. Puts it in. Puts it up. In and out. Ibaka the rebound. Back up and in. Drives inside. Falling away. Puts it up. Bounces and drops through. Siakam drives. Gets past Green. Throws it up and in. Throws it to Green, who catches it. Back to Curry. Puts up a three. Won't go. Picked up by Leonard. Ball's still loose. They dive on it and try and call time.
So it's a technical foul.
They had no timeouts remaining, so a technical foul will be called. The excessive timeout. Well, Leonard could seal it at the line. Hoping for a miracle. Also here to cheer on. Leonard makes it official. There's a new NBA champion, and it's a team from Toronto, Canada. We, the North, are now we, the champions. The Raptors, the 2019 NBA champs.
Oh, Canada, congratulations. You're 2019 NBA champions, the Toronto Raptors.
We wanted to win in Toronto, and we have won in Toronto. Yeah!
Your 2019 Bill Russell Finals MVP is Kawhi Leonard.
Your NBA World Championship Toronto Raptors, are you ready? Your 2019 NBA champion, Toronto Raptors!
I want to bring up the greatest player in the world, two-time Finals MVP, world champion, a fun guy.
Just want to say thank y'all for welcoming me here. After the trade with open arms, man, it made my experience that much better. This group of guys let me do what I do on the floor, and now we got a championship. Thank you. Enjoy this moment and have fun with it. Ha, ha, ha,
Yeah! What it do, baby?